Hey everybody, welcome to the 10th episode of the CJ Show. I'm your host Lawler alongside CJ, Chrome, and Jahzo. A lot on the channel today, but before we get into that, as always, if you guys haven't already, exclamation point social in the chat, drop a love on all the follows. And if you go to the Twitter, Jahzo put up a nice fancy new little pinned tweet for y'all, so it's all right there. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So if you guys haven't already, we'd greatly appreciate the support, as well as all the continued love. Appreciate you guys coming back here in chat and supporting it live, as well as on YouTube and everywhere else. Kicking off the week, though, before we get into everything juicy when it comes to Space Station taking number 1 and G2 taking number 2, any fun, exciting things that went down for you guys? This includes you too, chat. If you guys have anything fun or exciting that happened for you guys, feel free to chime in. But we'll kick off with Chrome. Chrome's looking at his camera. Chrome, anything fun happened this weekend? This week? Anything?
Uh, Other
It's
than
quarantine,
getting,
man. So
yeah, other than getting first, no, not really. Just beating down G2, the usual.
Oh no, dude.
starting it early. I like it.
I mean, I can fire back now that we beat them twice in a row in Astros. So
Astro.
I mean, Astros
Hey,
don't really
remember when
matter.
we all agreed that didn't matter?
Yeah, but it's 2 times in a row.
It's twice.
All
It
right,
doesn't
to be
matter.
fair, yesterday was pretty dumb. Like the servers are jumping to like 140.
Oh,
ping.
yeah, I
don't
mean-
really count that
That ping was
for anything.
rough. But
But you, Siege, anything fun?
Nah, lockdown ish.
Didn't
So,
take the
just-
family trip to get multiple cans.
Didn't take the no, actually didn't know. I think they've sort of eased the restraints on the supermarket stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, more lockdown stuff. I think they're actually only one family member is allowed to go to the supermarket at a time.
that's a
So
real thing.
Jeez.
They hurt us. No,
yeah, I think they're doing that. Cool.
that sucks, man. What about you, Jahzo?
A lot of Path of Exile now that the season's done, except for regionals.
Yeah.
But it's just regionals.
Chrome already passed me up, man. It's insane.
Yeah, it just started too.
I'm already in my second character. But that's for another time. This is Rocket League.
You guys need to chill, like at least a little bit. Yeah, well, our town started to like consider like full lockdown too. Like not able to leave the house like 3 weeks worth. If they catch you outside, like police will pull you over and be like, "What are you doing?" So yes, stuff's getting kind of spoopy. So hopefully everybody's being smart about it. Obviously, stay inside, stay healthy, you guys. Watch us and consume our content rather than going out and talking with your friends. I guess I don't know. Or share it with your friends. Do whatever you got to do. But let's get right into it. Right off the beginning, we've got week 8 all finished up. League play is already done, which is kind of weird to feel, knowing that the season is over on Sunday. Like it's done. Like we're just done for the year per se, and it's just a weird feeling. I don't know your guys' thoughts overall that literally on the 29th we're done for the year and there's nothing else like coordinated or planned.
Well,
Scary.
assuming
Scary.
until World Open gets canceled. I mean, I'm assuming everybody here has heard the
I mean,
news of
the Olympics
delay.
already got canceled. Yeah,
I mean,
till like 2021.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be cancelled, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I saw an article that says it wasn't like, oh, it's not cancelled, but they're still like,
wasn't that just
talking about it?
speculation, though?
no, someone from Intel World Open, there's like that Jinx article where they said they're committed to prioritizing health, but they're committed to making the Intel World Open happen. So I'm
It's just
assuming
very
that was just
clickbait
delayed.
title, though.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually curious for that. Since it's supposed to be this year, it gets canceled. Are they gonna move it to next year and then do the same thing with no lands again? So we're gonna have 2 years straight of no lands. That's what I'm curious about. Because I do not want to be a part of that when that happens.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like there's not many events, but I guess it's just the state of the world right now. Like everything else is
Well, I
being
mean,
delayed.
if they're pushing the Olympics back to next year, that means you got to assume the World Open is going to be the same time, right? So there'll
Yeah.
probably be no events around the same time that they do announce it. So we're gonna have like 2 years straight.
Oh yeah, that's actually true, isn't it?
Well, I
Oh
mean,
no.
I mean,
I was
'cause
happy
we lose
to
this
over and done with.
year for no travel, and
We're
then next
losing
year
next
they
year.
just overwrite everything with. That's dumb.
Just,
if that's what
just
happens,
cancel it.
Just well, see, it's a mixed
I
bag
don't
because
care.
I don't want them to cancel it because of how much it could do for the scene, but I want them to cancel it because it's not like a full team event. Also, chat's asked me to zoom in, but I have this up so you can see a recap of the entire league play now that league play is done. I mean, if you want me to show a specific week, I can zoom into that, but right now it's just showing everything.
We'll go to week 8 specifically when we get there. I just wish you could. I wish you could like toggle that contents page and stuff to the
I
left.
wish I could toggle the top bar and the left bar. So,
Well, if you full screen, it doesn't do like a hider thing either, which sucks.
what if I? I'm just gonna switch back while you guys discuss, and I'm gonna do some magic.
Oh, NA production.
But I think with the Olympics, like I know Australia said that they wouldn't send their team to the Olympics before it was delayed. So I feel like it's going to be hard for a lot of countries to go if they somehow decide to run it with all these lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah, I saw Canada that did the same
there's
thing
no
as
way.
well.
Yeah, so they can't run it.
And there's supposed to be like a second wave too. Like it's gonna get a little bit better, and then we're gonna get hit again with the SIF, but it's gonna be like even more severe apparently. So, like people are saying like, oh yeah, after these like 3-4 weeks, a couple months, it'll be great. And I'm like, no, like we're gonna be dealing with this till probably the beginning of next year. So like we got another 6-8 months of this. It's gonna be rough. It'll be yeah, it's gonna be a hard time. Luckily, as gamers, we're ready to sit inside and play video games all day, but at the same time, like I know we all want to go and see and hang out as well as attend events, and online just isn't the same. Like, which I think a lot of people tend to forget or not appreciate about. Like going to LAN is a big deal, like for a lot of us. Just that experience, the memories that we create there. And every time I know people ask on like the subreddit, they're like, "Oh, should I go to LAN?" They like question it. And for all of us, I know unanimously we're like, "Yeah, go," without a doubt. So it's just tough. It's really tough. What's not tough is being Rob G right now, number 1 in the standings. How's that feel, Rob? Let's go. Round of applause, chat.
Congratulations.
Can I get claps in chat for Rob?
Best coach in North America right now.
Oh, right now.
That's subtle. That's subtle.
I mean,
Right now.
league play. First, the league play's nice, but I want a regionals win with this new roster. So that's the goal in mind right now.
Do you feel like, you know, if you do win regionals though, it's like what could have been sort of thing because there's no worlds? Do you sort of feel a little bit bummed?
Yeah, I feel like we did really well this league play compared to last league play in a sense. So I feel like we were super dominant. Last league play we were kind of in energy shadow. Where this one I feel like we're setting the pace. So yeah, definitely like I would want to see how we do at Dallas, but you know, not much you can do about it. Right now it's just we're hoping to do well online and the regionals and then go from there.
What do you feel is the difference between last season and this season? Because obviously you're trending upwards in both. But is it you guys? Is it like lack of motivation from others? Like, what do you think is the reasons as to why it's going the way it is?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, we kept the same, you know, motivation factor and the same grinding-esque type of formatting when we scrim and all that. Like, we put in a lot of effort. We set a lot of scrims up, too, compared to a lot of other teams. Like, we scrim, like, 3 times a day, replay review in between some of the days, and then other teams do, like, maybe 2 to maybe 1 hour a day. So we just kept that same pace and same work ethic. And then, obviously, the motivation factor. There's no land, so who cares, right? As long as you make top 6, you're fine for next season. So
Top
it's not
7
really
even.
anything
Yeah.
it's not really anything to play for. I mean, unless you want extra money, that's about it. And bragging rights, but who really cares about that in the long run?
Just feels like it's deflated. Like I don't know. It just has this underlying issue of like you said, who cares? You know, like people don't play for that. People play for the pride and the glory of winning the trophy and having the title.
Exactly.
Which shouts to Sonics giving out the 2-time, 3-time, and 4-time titles. Pretty awesome nod. Actually, really happy
Deserved.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
super
deserved.
cool. And they already have one planned for 5 times. So, according to the someone data mined the titles out up to 5 times. So,
It's so
Kinda cool.
bittersweet. You get to the end of league play. You have a team like SSG go 8-1 in the new 10-team league play, and all you're left asking is what now? Rather than saying like, oh, how are they gonna do it at Worlds? How are they gonna do on the LAN setup?
it's same applies to you guys, right, Jahzo? Like, you guys almost get relegated, or you go to promotion relegation. You guys bounce back. Now you're top 2, and it's just like, okay, now what?
Nice. Now what?
Yeah, it sucks, man. And we've talked about this topic like 1,000 times, but it's like there's no good way to put it.
I mean, the timing hits us now. Like we knew that we were going to get to the end of the season and just hit a wall of disappointment. Nothing's going on, but we're at the wall now, especially after this Saturday happens and this Sunday for EU. But
Yeah.
just a wall of
At least
nothing.
there's still 1 week left, right? Smile. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
It's not done. It's just I don't know. There's just no good way to put it. Obviously, money on the line and stuff. So for you guys that are top six, sixth and above secure 29,400, rounding up a couple dollars off. So I mean, it's a good chunk of change split 3 ways. But now that you guys are top two, you guys get that buy and everything too. You have to win what, like 2 series to win? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the like, especially for you guys, because you're both top two? How do you guys feel about the way bracket plays off with the playoffs? Like, you guys don't have that extra life per se.
It's scary, for sure.
Yeah, it's very
Especially if
scary.
you
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You doofus.
Okay.
You doofus.
I mean, you
yeah,
guys, so you guys both secure roughly $43,000, just shy of 43K between your teams.
yeah. I mean, that's nice, but like the thing is, like the top 6 teams are like super close. So, and you're telling me we're gonna have to play a team that's either played 2 matches. Oh yeah, they've played 2 matches for sure. So they're gonna have just a super hard warm up, and then we're gonna come in cold basically, other than scrims. So it's gonna suck in that aspect. So we're gonna be kind of underdogs in that sense in the first couple games, and then hopefully we can bring it back, if not dominate somehow. But yeah, other than that. I mean, it's to be expected. I mean, what other format could you possibly do to make it fair?
It's true.
I don't think a double win would help because it'd drag on the whole day.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you.
It's not like we have a lot of time.
And they're all best of sevens too, so.
Shut up, CJ.
Making it 2-week regionals.
Make it
It's not a bad
make
idea.
it a 6-month regionals.
Let's go.
Make it just
Nothing
a
else
whole
to
nother
do.
league play with those 6 teams. Screw it. Why not?
Honestly,
Jahzo,
Kinda
what about you?
sucks.
I mean, you guys play their warmed up Sonics or Energy.
so my problem is we've been in this position 2 times in this updated format, and we've
Mhm.
lost both times. All right, wait, was it one time? Well, either way, we've lost every single time we've been in this position in the new format, which is rough. But I guess it also like means more because previously we would have locked LAN already, but now there's no LAN, so it's like this is our LAN. I don't know. It's like mixed bag. Like it's especially true for the momentum that Chrome just brought up, where we're playing the winner of the 3rd, 4th match. So they're gonna have even more momentum than we expect them to. Maybe I don't know. Rangers just kind of I don't really
Good.
care about it, but
You got to care about it, man, because it's the only thing left.
I
Yeah,
want my
great.
3rd regionals title. So
great. One Saturday left.
Yeah, it's a harsh reality. All right, we're gonna come back to this, and I kind of want like a too soon kind of mentality of this. Jahzo, who would you prefer to play out of those 4 teams? Sonics, Energy, Cloud9, Ghost. I know you don't get that choice. but
Sonics.
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 Sonics, 100%.
I know you guys just smacked them. But
Sonics 100%. 3rd ever clean sweep in Rocket League Championship Series history.
Was it a pervy sweep?
Yep.
Yeah.
5-0-2-0-2-0.
Yep. What about you, Chrome?
Pure C.
Pure C. I'll take it.
Honestly, that's super tough, man. Every team is scary. In a perfect world, I want to make it to the finals of Smack G2 again.
Bruh.
But I guess if we have to choose in the lures, Cloud9, I feel like that'd be a fun match.
Okay. We'll
That's
come
really
back to those then. Hold on to that, chat. Sonics for G2 and Cloud9 for Space Station. We'll come back to that.
That could happen too, but that would mean Energy doesn't even get top 2, which is weird.
Yep. Hey, man. They're 4th right now. That's also weird. So, all right. You guys ready to dig into last week's matches? That way we can get into the really fun one in match number 4.
Yeah, I'm using Nalin.
Let's get it.
All right. So you got Nalin up, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so first up we had Energy and Ghost. It was actually a really good series. I don't know if you guys
I feel
agree or if you even paid attention.
I feel like Ghost is just that team that like their high is really good. Like I think they can probably beat anyone on their day when they're playing really well. And obviously
Yeah.
they've had a lot of inconsistencies when they lost to like still swept by C9 and stuff like that, but then they also beat G2 and like their good's really good, but their bad's really bad. So I'm not like surprised that they beat NRG. Like it's definitely something could happen if they play well. They're just like that sort of team, they're roundabouts.
Especially with how Energy's been this season, right? Like Energy's definitely have their ups and downs, but like this series was good. Like it was good gameplay from both sides. It wasn't like one
Wait.
team is just underperforming super hard.
You're saying Energy played well in this series?
They didn't
Nah,
play
they
terrible.
They played terrible.
I wouldn't say they played terrible. Maybe I'm just
That
comparing
game,
it to
that
previous
game
weeks.
too, when they could have won that series, Turbo is 2 feet away from the goal, hits the post. They could have gone up 2-0 in the series, and then they could have went out to 3-0 Ghost. There's just a lot of missed opportunities, and
It
I
just
don't know,
looks.
it's
It
just-
looks sloppy. I guess their
Looks
overall play was
sloppy,
good,
yeah.
but there were so many missed opportunities, so many close calls that should have gone in Energy's favor if they were Energy from like 2 months ago, or
Getting distracted
literally
by
2
chat.
weeks prior. It's okay. They're spamming random stuff.
Yeah.
Boring is nice, dude. You want to read out the copy pasta for our Spotify listeners?
No, move on.
CJ, shut that down.
CJ doesn't even have salary mentioned in there. You should be fine.
Who makes this sort of stuff? This is has to be a week old.
Well,
'Cause I'm
the
about 2 and 3.
originator of this one looks like it was Lawson, and Lawson's a big troll. So
Yeah, true.
Lawson is like
this is roast.
Lawson's a
Quarantine's getting
diehard
to him,
Rocket
man.
League fan, but he's like one of the biggest Twitch chat trolls I've ever seen. He comes with like great copy pastas. He's like such a shit poster, but he's like such a big Rocket League fan. It counterbalances itself. It's great.
So he ends up in the middle. Now he's okay. Is that where we're ending up?
Basically, he's just okay.
Alright.
So Nightmare says Garrett's been really quiet lately, and that's the interesting topic. I think this would have to be his most quiet season
Yeah.
since I can remember.
And that's an accurate
Since
statement
season
too, which is
three.
scary.
What do you guys think about
Justin keeps saving his goals. That's what I say about that.
Oh, I mean,
that?
besides like all of the actual like save goals and that, Garrett is pretty quiet, which is weird after seeing him play differently for 8 seasons. But I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Whether it's,
I feel like it could be the motivation factor.
I feel like, do you guys remember, I don't know, one of the first shows that we did this year, I brought up now that NRG's won a world championship, now that Garrett's finally won it after 8 seasons. Maybe his motivation has gone down a few ticks.
It was the opposite though. Like I remember talking with him. So I flew home with him and Turbo, and like the whole way he's just like, dude, after 8 seasons, I've wanted that feeling for so long, and I got it, but it was so short lived, and I hate that. He's like, I want to feel that again. Like after talking with him, he was more motivated than ever, and like maybe that changed before the season started, but I think where it really hit was no LAN. I think not like knowing that no matter how well they play this season, not being able to actually go to LAN and compete for it all again. I'm sure, yeah, that had an effect. But after 8 seasons of what we consider to be one of the best, like consistent day in and day out, he's looked off.
Which is weird because 2 seasons ago, I would have told you Garrett's probably one of the most consistent players out of North America I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, agreed. I used to consider him the best player in North America, hands down. Like without question. This season, I can't say that.
It's a scary thought. So much stuff is just whack this season.
This sucks.
Yeah, like Space Station taken first. What's up with that?
Hey, they were good, man.
Chrome, nothing.
Are good.
Nothing on that Chrome.
I mean, when you got the best coach, you know what I'm saying?
Right now.
Try to team up for
I'm
something
I'm
and
kidding,
just
I'm
like
kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
smug,
kidding,
just sitting over there.
I hate this. I hate that we've got the top two teams having to be on the show, and it's just this like pure cockiness, just back and forth from these two. I hate it.
Well,
That's why
okay, so you got the
that's why you
number
send them
one.
at each other, CJ.
You got the number one team from league play, and you got the back-to-back Astro winner. See, I just meant nothing until he won 2.
The
And now I got
back-to-back
this card. I can hold it right here.
Can't say he's never
Card.
won, so he goes with the one thing he can that we don't weigh
Hey,
anything on.
hey, Jahzo, we were the first back-to-back Astro winners. Thank you very much.
Was that like the first 2? I don't remember what.
You're
I don't
damn
remember
right.
what the first few were.
And we've been in like 4 finals, 5 finals, or something like that.
Yeah, that's why you guys locked top 2. Big moves.
Yeah. Collecting the paycheck, you know.
Are we guaranteed money
Anybody-
for the Astro Finals? Because we locked top 6 as well in points.
Top 2 you get a bye. Top 6 you're in a tournament. So I would assume top 6 gets paid no matter what.
It's gonna be great.
Monzo would take me as a 4th kid, Jahzo. Brother, how you doing?
Listen, man, my mom will take you. I'm already a part of Rizzo's family too, so like, you know, we can swap places. You just want to take my
Hey,
spot?
Big
Right.
family.
Done.
It's crazy
Hey,
how
I
close
actually
you
need
get
to say, I need to say, someone linked a, who was it in my Discord? Someone put a Jahzo emote, and I don't know if I can. I can probably link it to you guys. It is awesome
Which
in terms of
which
the
emote?
Jahzos,
What
the-
you want?
the Jahzo measurement.
Oh,
I need
Oh,
to see
no.
this.
I'll put it. I'll link
Send
it in
it-
chat. I'll link.
oh yeah. What is this? Someone made this. Oh my!
Oh my god. That
Oh
looks terrible.
my!
It looks like
Oh,
after
for the
like
people-
a murder homicide happens and someone draws him with chalk. Like he just
For the people at home that aren't watching, this is literally his Jahzo when he measured his room lying down on the floor. It's just Jahzo lying down on the floor looking like a crime scene with like a white outline around him.
I love this that someone made it like a stroke with it. They're just like, "Yep, white. I'm gonna go with the white outline around this body."
Huh. That's great.
I love it.
That's
so
great.
stupid.
And there's this one too. There's this one. That
So
one's great as
as I
well.
was saying, it's crazy how close you. Oh, that's a good one. I should actually add that one.
Nice.
That's a good emote right there, yeah.
Yeah.
CNC Jahzo.
I'm actually adding that one after the stream, or during the stream. I was gonna say it's crazy how close you get to the players' like families, as you like work with them for a super long time.
Yeah.
Which just gives credit to the families, right? Like not everybody. I remember when we first started in early seasons, a lot of parents were so skeptical of it. They're like, "Why are you flying my child across the world to play car soccer in front of a nightclub? Like, why?" So a lot of them were like hesitant and didn't support it fully, and it's come quite a ways, which is awesome. Like, we still have some players that don't have the full family support. So, massive shouts to all the parents and stuff out there that actually support the kids and what they're passionate about. Makes a huge difference.
I'll give a quick shout out to one in particular because my mom's in chat. Shout out to her.
You gonna shout out your dad?
Well, my dad's not watching.
It's a joke, Jahzo.
I hate this. I hate this.
Nah, mom's up crushes it, man.
True.
Do you feel like
She's
I
good.
don't know if it's just because we're in Rocket League, but I feel like this esports like the most involved with parents and stuff. I just don't.
I feel like
I
this
don't know.
esport is the most tight.
Yeah.
Like esport
Well,
community.
it depends. It depends. Does Fortnite count because the parents have to be involved because they're all like 10?
Hey,
I
that's
like
true.
that dig.
But
I
like
mean,
pros, you know,
Fortnite sucks.
they're like talking to other parents on Twitter, like people following other parents and stuff. I feel like you don't get that with other
Yeah.
esports stuff. It's great to see. It's great to see. It's a family esport. Welcome to Rocket League.
I'm ready for Fortnite to die. Did you guys see those cheaters got
Oh my
banned?
God.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys saw those cheaters got banned for
Yeah.
60 days and people were complaining that was too long?
Yeah.
Like if
Fortnite
we
is,
found someone cheating in Rocket League, you'd have to at least be as long as Naventic got banned, right?
Has to be like a whole year.
Yeah.
Because they got banned for at least a year, and at least one of them got banned for 2 years.
I mean, look at like Atomic and stuff. I mean, playing on other people's guns and stuff. They banned him for a year.
He got banned
It
for
was-
2 years, technically,
2 years,
because he was 14, and he got banned a year after he turned 15.
That's right. Yeah, they took into consideration like when are you able to compete a year from that date? I think it was. So yeah, 2 years. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 60 days in internet is a long time, I guess. But you cheated. Like, why should they even let you play? I mean, it's one thing like playing on a different like impersonation stuff, but it's another thing to like hack? Or is it?
Yeah.
Or should it just be like same cut and dry?
I don't know. Maybe hacking's worse. Because I saw a lot of people throwing around the argument about IVP from CS:GO
Yeah,
getting
throwing for
indefinitely
skins.
banned, and that was just throwing.
Yeah, but you're purposely tipping the scales of the game and like ruining competitive integrity. Like part of your contract is you must play with the utmost like you have to play sound of mind, blah blah blah.
Oh, on top of that, they profited off of
Yeah.
the throwing. So it's
Like
like
match fixing is huge, man. Think about like doing that in gambling or like stocks. Obviously that's total difference in comparison for like cost and everything involved, but
But indefinite
why not?
compared to actually cheating.
They made a lot of money, Jahzo.
A lot of money.
They made stupid amount of. That's when like betting was big. People were like putting a lot of money on these lower tier teams.
I like how we started on the NRG vs Go series, and we've got to
Dude,
betting.
This is like
on Fortnite.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. This
It's
is like
CS:GO.
old style CJ show where we didn't care, and right now, like, sure, league play is over. If we're gonna care,
We'll full verge it at
Hey,
this
we'll
point if we have
spitball
to.
this shit.
Listen,
But-
I don't care.
Okay,
Jahzo.
I don't
Let's
care.
keep going.
I don't care if we were
I don't
talking
care.
about league play.
I like it. I
here's
like
the thing
it.
about
I wanna
league
keep
play.
going.
If you want to see the results about league play, just look on screen. You'll see all the results
They're
right
there.
here.
Use your eyes.
You want,
is
you want me
that-
to scroll
is-
up so you can see other games? I'll scroll up for you. If you want me to.
Is that a 3-1 Space Station over G2? That's what I like to see.
Is that a clean sweep over Sonics by G2?
Well, you can't see it because there's no goals.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
The best part is I make a subtle dig about Fortnite being the little league, and we start like progressing. And Jahzo is like, "Yeah, fuck Fortnite!" Like immediately.
Oh
after.
yeah,
He just hops on it. I love it.
Fortnite can die as an esport. 100%.
It was never an esport, man. It's a influencer battle, I
Hey,
guess.
If it was never an esport, my point was how did one person win $3 million? But like,
Because that's a
Because
I didn't want to
competition.
say it because I'm about to throw up in my mouth with someone from Fortnite winning $3 million. But
Because Booga's cracked. I don't know.
Yeah. He's lucky. Lucky man. But I think like cheating in, it's just like everyone knows like you just don't cheat. And just for a fellow pro player, I guess you could say, to like try and defend, or like multiple pros coming in to defend this guy, being like, oh, but he won't be able to play the next season of the Fortnite champs or whatever. It's like, are you serious? Like,
You're like, yeah, that's the point.
Exactly. He's like,
like,
no,
you know
like
what-
that's
you
too
know what-
long. Come on.
Yeah, you guys playing that. He's gonna be cheating. We'll see how you feel. Like, you'll be in his lobby every time. Good luck.
Yeah, it's
Why would you defend that?
because they're daft.
Love Daft Punk.
True.
Chrome. You guys
Yeah.
swept United. Pretty expected.
Yep, 2 weeks. Honestly, they were playing really defensive against PK. I did not expect them to play that defensive against us. So we just already walked all over them. Probably like our easiest series of our LCS. Not gonna lie.
There was a game 2. Was overtime. Yeah, on Neo Tokyo, and then you guys hit that crazy pass play near post. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this is locked up.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're getting a little too carried away on our offense that game 2, and then we
Oh, it was great.
down and-
Keep it going, man. I loved watching it. It was fun to watch. That series was really fun to watch. If you're a Space Station fan, at least.
Yeah, we were kind of clipping on them. Like Arsenal got a musty flick in game 3.
I mean, it was with Ajax own goal.
The 3-man pass play game 1. The double demo game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were feeling it. We were ready to go.
It's a good way to end the season. Next one after that was Cloud9 PK, another sweep, but all 1-goal games. Yeah, it was actually a lot closer than people think. Did you guys get any time? I know you guys both played each other next, so I don't know if CJ watched it at all.
nope.
Yeah, it was a pretty close game. Like PK put up a pretty relatively good fight. Cloud9 just felt like they were hitting that trend. Like we've seen it in previous weeks where Cloud9 started to trend in the right direction. We were curious to see if that was going to continue, and it did. But PK didn't overlap as much. Like they still played pretty rotational. Just when they're on, man, Cloud9 again. It's really exciting to say, but when Cloud9's on, like they look really really solid. I don't know if they're going to question roster changes at the end of the season or not because of it, but something to consider. Also, I just want to watch Fireburner play again at this point. It's the only feeling I had at that series too. Is just like bring Fireburner back out. Just the fan of me wants to watch it. Now, CJ, I think we're gonna stay impartial on this next one. You and I are gonna remove ourselves from this conversation so we can get the number one officially and the number two officially going at each other. So, Jahzo, we'll start with you as the number two, the worse than Chrome. How do you feel this series went?
All right, Chrome, I'm officially removing myself from this conversation. There you go.
You can't.
Too late.
This game is over. This game is over. You
Nah,
need to talk about it now.
I said on Twitter, and I said last week after we lost. I said on Twitter after we lost, and last week before we even played, that the series is going to speak for itself. There was no need for any banter afterwards. Even if I
It has
won,
nothing to do with banter. I want to know what you guys went through. I want to know like the ins and outs about G2 during the series. Tell us the things that we don't get to hear about. If you throw shade at each other, that's just added bonus. But I want to hear, like, as a coach who was involved in that series, what went down.
what went down is Space Station's a good team.
Did they score more goals than you guys, and that's how they won too? Thanks, John Madden. Chrome, was it their accuracy? What was it? Hit me with it.
I just think when something's on a line, they don't play to the level that they're capable of. So we just exploited that pretty much. I mean, if you look at Utopia Coliseum, Rizzo is literally crapping his pants. And then Chicago couldn't hit open net. So we knew he had the series in the bag because they were panicking a lot. Like that first game was theirs. Like they played really, really well. And then we just needed to turn up the aggression.
Listen, I'll be real with you. Someone in chat just had a great point. I was more nervous about yesterday's match against Alpha Kep's team than I was playing as SG.
Wait, really?
Dude, imagine seeing not RLRS sweep NRG right before your match against them. I was quaking in my boots. But, I mean, the match against SSG, like, sure, I guess that was for determining who gets top two, or who gets, like, first and who gets second. But, like he said, there's nothing to play for besides just regionals. Like, just a buy. And we secured it with playing Sonics, so there wasn't that much on the line. But you best believe, before our game against Sonics, I had a big speech.
Yeah,
Did you also scream yourself?
Let's
Yeah,
hear
you have
it.
Did you write it down? Did you write it down?
I recorded it.
You have the platform. Play it.
Play it.
I can't
Play
play
it,
it right
go.
now because it's on the
I don't
server
care.
upstairs.
I don't care.
I don't care if it's upstairs.
It's upstairs.
You got a cloud service. Just
Okay,
download
because
it.
it's upstairs, you now have to try to recreate a speech for stream.
Here we go.
Motivate us.
Inspirational music.
Play some.
Play
Google
some.
it.
That's-
Inspirational music. I'll play it over my mic
Do you
if I
want
have
me
to.
actually recreate? So if I have to recreate it, someone has to spend 8,000 points for me to recreate it.
That's not true.
I don't know if anyone has 8,000 points.
Oh, there are people with 8,000 points.
Can we fund ours together? CJ,
I got
Chrome, and
4.3.
I've got 4.
6.2.
I don't know how many I have because I.
Oh, Vic's got 9.5K.
He's,
Yeah, but I think-
he's waiting.
no, I think-
for
I think
the-
Vic's
No,
waiting
Vic,
for,
Vic's got to hold on to his man.
Yeah, he's
got to
waiting
hold
for a
on to his for
measure.
that 10K.
Oh, we got it, Jordan.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Let's go. All right,
Jordan has
Jahzo. Now you
redeemed
have to do
the
it.
8,000 points. Shout out to Jordan.
All right.
Legend.
Go find some motivational music.
yeah,
You can
someone
cue this
have-
up. We'll keep talking about these series while you. We're saving that. I can't wait. Make it count. If you want to script something out a little bit,
No. I'll just treat you three like you're Rizzo, Chicago, and JNEPS.
motivate
Yeah.
me, baby.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
I can't wait.
So to set the scene. Literally, so we had no warm up after we had lost SSG. We just got pretty much destroyed by SSG, right? Like we weren't really motivated at all. All we were talking about was like, all right, yeah, let's just share top 4 because that sets us in the right mindset. Okay, so that sets the tone, right? And we know that we have to either 3-1 or 3-0 Sonics to clinch top 2. But the guys don't really care. What they really care about is getting top 4, like at the very baseline, and like top 2 is a bonus. All right, so I basically go. All right, boys, you're gonna listen to me this time. Out of all time to listen to me, this is the time right now. The point is, this is our very last series of the season. I don't care that there's no Worlds. I don't care that there's nothing to play for in regionals. If you want to prove to the world that you're still a top team in North America, you're going to go into the Sonic series showing what you're made of. There's a reason that G2 is a team that is talked about being the most entertaining team in the world to watch. There's a reason that we made it so far in Season 7, and there's a reason we made it not so far in Season 8. But what I need you guys to do is show that we still have what it takes to do what we did in Season 7. And that means that we need to go in there and destroy Sonics. Side note, like this is not in the speech. No offense to the people I'm about to mention, but I did say this. So you're going to go into this series, and you're going to let Dapper overrun you? This player we used to not respect, this player that I know 3 seasons ago we destroyed when they were on CLG, you're going to let them overtake you? That's not going to happen. You guys are going to go in there. You guys are going to play like we know how to, like we're practicing this whole season, and you guys are going to lock top 2. And Chicago yells, "For Jahzo!" And then the series starts.
Yeah, I'll clap once for that. Just one single clap. As soon as you said "I don't care" 3 times in a row, I couldn't handle it. The pauses and like the way that you said that, I was just like, "It's Verge. It's literally Verge." Like, I don't care.
Okay, he's like, side note, no disrespect to any of the players I'm about to mention. Dapper, he sucks.
And then the other best part is Chicago's in chat. He's like, "I wish I heard this speech." Like, where was
He heard
this?
it. He heard it. He says that, but he heard it.
I don't believe you.
I have it recorded.
I'll believe it when I hear it.
All right.
If I don't get at least one "I don't care" in there, you failed as a coach.
There better be a cons video, and it better start off with that.
Yeah.
With
Use that as like the intro teaser. So play that first, and then play your guys' little intro, and then play the rest of the series. That way we get to hear it twice.
I don't edit the videos, but I'll put in a word.
I appreciate that.
We'll see.
I look forward to it.
Did you guys enjoy the speech at least?
I thought it was great.
Oh, it's
Thank
fantastic.
you, Jahzo.
Super. I'm super motivated now to go beat Dapper.
Beat Sonics?
Just Dapper.
Well,
just
I also
Dapper.
said Sathy, but I forgot to say Sathy in the recreation.
I loved it.
It's perfect.
It's
Every-
like
super
every
motivated.
second of it.
there's no offense meant for either of those players. It's just you say things to get your team motivated. You get them in the right mindset because honestly, all the teams that destroy their opponents, they basically look like they never respect the other team, which is what SSG has done a really good job with the season. It's like that's what NRG does a good job of. They just don't respect other teams, and that's why Astros are such a wash. Is because the players that have nothing to play for go in there. They don't care. They don't respect anybody. They just go play. And that was my goal, is to make sure they like didn't respect Sonic, so we just tried to destroy him as hard as possible.
It showed, man. It showed. But that's like 2 games from now. Rogue and Flight. I mean, Rogue solidified that they still have that skill ceiling that we've been waiting to see. Flight put up a decent fight, but it's kind of over and done with. And then you guys did the same thing with Sonics. I mean, you talked about trying to motivate the team and making them look like you didn't care about them. We felt it, man. They could not play. It was a good looking G2.
Yeah, Garen did sub in for Rogue, getting back to that last series as well for the
whatever.
final game. And they're just still a comfortable 3-0, so
Yeah.
yeah. Dead season anyway.
Flight's just flying back to the RS.
Yep.
Sayonara.
Can't believe 200.
They did have a funny post about it. I'll give them that. Their little video that they put about like the MS Paint airplane being dragged across with Photoshop. It was pretty funny.
That was
I'll
great.
give them that.
They've had a lot of time to create something. I think it's been in the works for a while. Flight coming last. So,
Ouch.
oh,
Do you guys
someone
think
says
they-
in chat. Someone says in chat, Dapper, I'll be seeing you in ranked. You better be scared. I have Jahzo on my side.
Listen, I know that
By the
I know
will
that
of Jahzo.
Sathy frequently listens to the stream. So
Oh, they all
Yeah.
do. They all 3 do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't take any offense to that. It's just motivating words. I'm sure Mitch would have said something similar. Like, you think
Hey man,
you're gonna lose to Chicago? No.
hey man, we've talked about how much we respect and love all those guys. So obviously it's all in good fun, and clearly it worked. So credits to you. Top two for both of you guys. It's got to feel good. Moving in to the next half. It's a good bounce back season, man. Like, it's not easy to do, to be at that low and then come back and be as dominant as you guys were.
Doesn't mean anything though.
I mean, the two hardest teams make top two. I think there's a trend there.
Hardest working. I think you missed
Yep.
No, they're just hard.
Oh, okay. Wait, did it cut out? I said hardest working.
No, you said hardest. You said the two
Oh,
hardest.
my mic's just crap. I said hardest working teams. And then my mic cut out, I guess.
Spectrum kicked your ass on that one, but
Okay,
sorry.
cool. The hardest teams. Yeah, we're the hardest, you know? Yeah. All right, let me just stop. No, but like seriously though, like us in G2, I feel like we put in the most work compared to other teams and it paid off, and I think that's the reason why. I don't think it's a fluke or anything.
I don't think any other team scrim 3 times a day, but we do. I'm gonna be pure C real quick, and I'm just gonna say that Chrome and I, ever since we become coaches, have probably
Of course you are.
had the moments of like changing how NA practices. Because I remember when Chrome first became a coach, he and I worked on actually getting the entire scene to schedule scrims a week ahead of time, instead of just a day before. Do you remember that, Chrome?
Yeah.
I now we're the only two
And
coaches that are doing
scrimming
3
earlier
scrims a day.
too in the day.
And
which is
earlier.
nice.
Yeah. Instead of scrimming at 8 and 9 p.m., you scrim at like 5 and 6.
Why did it take so long for that to happen in the first place?
People on West Coast still being in school. You had AJ, who was on West Coast, still getting out at 4 p.m. Pacific.
True, which is 7 for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. If you guys are trying to scrim for 3 hours, not everybody can get that 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock spot with them. That makes sense. Yeah, that sucks.
Still a long way to go, though. I still think teams could be having other forms of practice throughout the day rather than scrims. I think 3 scrims a day is like a good amount for pure scrim practice.
Yeah, and then my guys, they play on their own time as well, so
Yeah.
they're putting in the time.
Yeah. Shouts to Arsenal starting to stream again.
It was
Happy
actually
about
good
that.
to see the Astro tournament with everyone sort of streaming. We had like 3 different team perspectives
Mm-hmm.
streaming the Astros. It's kind of cool.
That's the
Yeah,
only
if you're
reason Chicago did it, was because you saw Arsenal and Justin and Typical.
Yeah, I threw up a multi-stream of all 4. It was great.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, the main broadcast for what like game was going on, and then based upon who was playing, I could unmute and listen to in-game comms based upon like possession and stuff.
You must have had some like
Just
self production.
Yeah, it was like M hotkey, made it really easy.
Oh, well, wouldn't you be like going to different streams?
No, you just run a multi-stream of all 4,
Did
and
it
then
toggle?
you click on the one you want, so it like creates perspective, and then you just hit M and it'll unmute and mute.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching Alpha Kev stream and then watching Sosa scream
Oh,
when he was commenting.
Every goal.
And they 4-1 energy. That was just gold. I loved it.
pardon the
Loved
language, but I guess was it Alpha or Sosa said, "Save that fucker."
Probably Alpha.
Wait, was that on his stream?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. He I guess it was Alpha Cab. He was doing an air dribble, and right before he missed, he was like, "Save that fucker!" And he immediately plows in like the left post and misses the goal entirely, and he gets stuffed. So he didn't even do anything. Like he didn't shoot on goal or anything.
Hey, you want to motivate your team? I guess that kind of energy will do it. Jesus.
Surely there's a clip somewhere. I'm trying to dig for it.
John says Cash tweeted it out. I don't know who Cash is, but
Same.
maybe it's someone that tweeted it out. Because it was pretty funny. It was also interesting hearing Sosa all the time. Like in between goals, his energy was crazy.
I mean, that's appealing as a player if you want to make a name for yourself. Like what Sosa did there, taking it seriously, even if no one else is taking it seriously. You're putting good things in what people want to think about you. Because if you got someone that's that passionate about an online tournament, and you're playing well, like it's good stock, you know, for a player.
Here, I'm gonna
All right, let me listen to this
Keep it
again.
up,
I'm
bud.
gonna bring it on
That's
stream
good.
too.
Save that. Oh my god.
Fast.
Up 12.
Yeah,
Just got 100.
I'm full.
Turbo. I have no boost.
I'm-
Nice. I'm not
Dude,
bad.
Justin.
I have no boost right now.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
right
on.
It's
Fine,
gonna
right?
be great.
You,
Nice.
he's on.
Touching. All I
Nice.
can do. I'm
One
safe.
back.
I'm safe.
Right.
Just one.
Wait, shot.
You shoot. No.
Save that fucker.
Oh no. Stay on.
Enemy.
He's gonna go.
Careful.
It wasn't even like a yell or
Go,
like
go,
like
go,
an
go.
aggressive
Okay,
thing. It was just like,
going.
I'm upset with you saving everything, so I'm gonna say this.
Save that fucker.
Like he was hiding behind somebody when he said it. Like he was just peering over their corner.
Yeah, shit.
Like, oh no, time to hide again. I'm glad they had fun with it, and still, I mean, the fact that they beat Energy, I'm sure they get some love for it too. You guys want to jump over to Europe and give other people making a name for themselves, like Arju, some love?
Ooh,
Hard
yeah,
you.
that dude was disgusting.
Yeah,
I
he had so
didn't-
many clutch goals.
Really? I didn't get a single chance to watch.
Are you? He got the player of the week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
So Subs got the player of the week
Legends.
2 weeks in a row.
Started off Singularity 3-0 for Monaco. Monaco scored a goal in Game 3. 2 OTs as well. Singularity in winter finals for international.
The European Invitational, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dig lost to endpoint net. Oh man.
All right, we'll have to dive into that one then.
Yeah, we can go into the bracket a
But
little bit.
yeah, Monaco Singularity. I mean, we predicted this one that Singularity was going to win. I don't know if we gave Monaco a game or not. But I know we were pretty confident in Singularity. Just Monaco, even though they look like they're just missing a piece of like their defense gives up way too much, panicky, which is unfortunate because they're auto demoted down. I know Ignite and the guys worked really hard to make it back up, so sucks to see, especially guys you consider
You
friends.
think of that team? Like, I think obviously in RLRS last season we were talking about them being the most RLCS looking team.
Mhm.
Do you think that they've gotten worse in this season, or they face better competition? Because I only think they're playing worse than they were in RLRS. Like,
I
obviously,
think they were allowed
pressure
to.
and stuff.
I think they were allowed to play better because of the competition they were playing in RLRS. RLRS is just chaos, man. There's no. It's just go hit ball as fast as possible.
I mean, it looked like they didn't even improve at all. They just looked just like the same RS team. Like I don't know what the hell they were doing in off season or whatever. They didn't seem like they were working on anything that they felt like they were bad at. By the looks of it, like everything I
But,
called
like-
out when we were watching the promo relegation tournament, Lawler, everything I called out happened again in RLCS, and it was just reoccurring.
They didn't take a game off a single, like one of the other RLRS teams, like Singularity Endpoint.
Yeah,
They scored like one goal against Singularity. So like compared to the other teams that came up as well, they're not good.
It's heartbreaking,
Oh,
kind of.
I mean, some teams just, I guess they can't hang. Like it's unfortunate, but when you play up that next level of competition, like everybody's just taking those extra weeks to get better and improve and transition into that next level, and they seem to struggle and weren't able to do it.
I threw up our predictions
It's rough.
up on
Rough
the
times for them.
stream if you want to compare, Lawler.
Rough off season 2 because it's gonna last forever.
Mm.
Because like when do we get to see? Like Ross changes, I think are going to be more crucial than ever moving forward.
At some point, I muted on Discord, but the predictions are up on stream if you want to compare, Lawler.
Yeah, 3-1. Okay, so we did give them. Yeah, we gave them a game. And that was before the schedule change. So,
Yeah.
So we gave them the game. And they almost had one. I mean, they brought to OT in 2, so they could have. But a lot of the ones-
TSM getting a dub. Thoughts?
Legends.
I mean, we got to talk about the one before that first, my dude.
Oh, I thought we talked about Arju. Oh, did we skip?
No, yeah, Arju, mouse endpoint, man.
Arju.
Why are you talking TSM? What?
I don't know. TSM's lit.
Yeah, we'll get to TSM. They beat Barcelona. We'll get to that. But the second match of the day was Mount's endpoint, man.
So at this point in predictions, we hadn't heard the news, right? Of Scrub.
Yeah, we didn't hear it all. Yeah.
No, we had no idea.
It came out a day or two later.
Yep. Yep. And that schedule is also pre-update. So CJ's looking at that one. That's why. Makes sense now.
Yeah, RG had like a half a week of practice, and he came out and he played like an RLCS player. It was actually like crazy.
He played really well.
Here, I'm just gonna copy them over so no one gets confused.
So I talked about this one in my own predictions a little bit about how it was going to affect Cookser and Speed. And I tried basing it upon previous results on how players play. Like you can either take the Marky and Cooks approach where Jahzo comes in and they say, Jahzo, sit on defense, don't touch the ball unless you have to. We'll 2v3. And they ended up winning because of it. Or because they have to be this veteran status, they stop overthinking things and are just like, I need to be the one to take and alleviate this pressure. And you see someone like Speed play as well as he does, which makes it easier for the rest of his team. I think my favorite thing about watching Mouse, though, is it was a team effort. Like, everybody was involved. Like, they didn't make Arju feel like this disproportionate, like, just sit over there and you'll touch it when it comes to you eventually. Like, he felt like he was part of the rotation, part of the team. Like, he fit in really well.
Yeah, I think Speed's when he's ball chasing, he's comfortable. And like everyone else, it's like easier because you know what he's gonna do. So I don't know. He's the highest rated player right now for Mouse Sports, and everyone sort of was like trashing on him all season, talking about how good Scrub is and stuff. But like Cooks is the lowest rated player. I know that Jahzo doesn't like to talk about stats, but I don't think Speed's really dropped off. I think he's still a very high quality player.
You can talk about stats, but if there's a player that doesn't get stats, but you think still is a massive difference on a team, then give them the respect. Like stats, there are stats that still have importance, right? Like all the stats we have are important. I just think we're missing some.
The difficulty is a lot of people do causation over correlation. They think because these stats exist, they can make a point out of it when they should be used to support something that they find. And that's part of the issue is people say like, okay, this guy has a bunch of stats. He's clearly the best. And they fail to see the intangibles, the things like we talked about last week with Rizzo, right? Like his ability to create opportunities and stuff that isn't tracked on the stat sheet. So a lot of people just look at the stats as a one size fits all and go, yep, he's the best because he does this the most. And that's not the case. Because there's a lot more factors, like you said, a lot of stats that we are missing that we can't track specifically. Like, yeah, he puts a lot of shots on net, but is it because he's trying to set up passes or is it because he just misses? Like, there's a lot of things like that that you can't really like account for unless you manually track it. So, to double down on CJ's point, yeah, I don't think Speed's been off. It's just he's been missing that little bit extra flair to create opportunities. And now that he's hitting, some flip resets here and there, and he's opening up a little bit more and causing one more defender to come out. You're seeing how much easier it is for his teammates to read and feel like, okay, I have an opportunity to go for this, and they apply that pressure. But even still, Endpoint put up a good fight. Like Endpoint showed that they're a competitive team, and that's what we wanted. We wanted them to be that kind of complete team package, and they continue to show it both in here and in the European Invitational.
It's good on them. Good on Speed. As long as they're growing.
It makes me wonder too, like with Scrub, did they just like let Scrub do whatever he wants, and then Speed just felt uncomfortable the whole time because he's not used to playing that on the back foot like that, allowing his other teammates to shine. Because Speed's always that type of player. He's like the most aggressive guy on his team. But with Scrub, it was Scrub instead. Like maybe he's not used to that playstyle, which is why we didn't get to see Speed show up in the early weeks of RLCS. I don't know.
There might be some deeper actual like team dynamic going on that we're missing out on, like you said. It could be interesting to see if Arju ends up being maybe a more permanent.
Maybe for the time being, yeah, maybe.
I guess we have a very large off season, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of shows in the meantime in the coming months discussing some roster moves.
Maybe we'll have to have these guys on and talk to them during that time.
That's a good point.
Because we're gonna have some time to talk about other things other than just the matches. So maybe we fill that with some philosophy and some roster watch stuff and other things. But either way, if you guys like those ideas, tweet at us. Let us know. Let us know what you guys think about things that we should cover in the meantime while we're waiting for Olympics to get rescheduled. I don't know. Whatever is gonna happen.
DM the Twitter your favorite or the guest you want on the most if we were to have on a guest.
And then after we get a bunch of requests, we'll put up a straw poll or something.
True.
We'll figure it out. It'll be cool. Yeah, Mouse endpoint. It was a good fight. But yeah, really happy with how Mouse was. Our predictions, I think we said we're gonna base. Well, I said mine. We didn't know about it yet, but based upon how he performed in the first game was how I was gonna determine the second game. Especially with how Barcelona's been trending kind of in the wrong direction. So we saw that play really big into the next match where Barcelona's been trending downwards, and TSM got a win. CJ.
Is it my turn to talk about TSM now? Woo!
That is why I said TSM and then said your name. Yes, it is, sir.
TSM, baby. 3-2 dub. What's going on? We predicted Barca 3-1, was it? 3...
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at this screen. Yeah. 3-1.
Is it hard to see?
Look. I don't know if it's just like a last week sort of thing. Again, it's like this season. What do you predict? Like, are teams like trying? What's going on? Barca got top 6 anyway. TSM scraped another win. Maybe they were just trying to beat Endpoint.
I think Barcelona's just still struggling with their playstyle. I mean, it showed in that series. Yeah, obviously Flake's trying to take control, and Ronicky panicking, hitting the ball, Devo as well. Like, they're all over the place right now. There might be more to it because they're not playing as composed as they were in the early weeks of RLCS, which is weird. And now they're playing against TSM, one of the lower half teams, and they're struggling like that. I don't know. It makes me seem like that they're having issues right now. I don't think it's really like a motivation thing, them, because they had a chance to get top 2 this week. So why not try, right? Now they're what, 6th, 5th?
Could they have really gotten top 2 if they won both their
Yeah,
series?
if they won both their series, they could have got top 2. Yeah,
They
they
would
can all
have.
depend on the
because
scoreline.
that would have put them at 7-2. Yeah.
But Dig still would have had to lose, or Dig would have had to lose, which they
did.
But they didn't know that in the first series. Because
It doesn't matter. You still gotta win your matches.
Yeah.
Like, you should never go into the mentality of like, oh, if these things happen, we can do it. It's like, we need to go in and focus on us and win. And if things work out, they work out. And then after your matches are played, then you can look at all the scenarios and like sit at the edge of your seat hoping the results play. But like, mentality wise, like, go and win your matches. And they didn't do that. Close. I mean, game 5 both. But
Yeah, I feel like they're having struggles. I mean, after I watched like when Flake streamed his POV of the European Invitational of their comms, and they were just like fighting with each other and not communicating, and then Ronicky was getting snappy towards Flakes. It seems like there's like turmoil going on or something, because they, like someone said in the chat, they looked terrible the second half of the season against like the lower half teams. They had a reverse sweep of Monaco, who was 0-8 at the time. Which is
it's
like
crazy because we expected them to
sad.
trend the other way, right? Like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like, all right, second half of the season, you guys should have been figured it out by now because you're playing the top teams. Now you guys really get to hit your stride, and it was the opposite.
And they lost with a sub as well later on.
I should have been more worried about Flakes butting heads with someone. Because Flakes has a very specific way of thinking of the game.
Yeah.
And if he's challenged by one of his teammates, I could see it not going well.
We talked about that at the very beginning. Is how is his play style going to affect? What is it we're going to see out of that, and is it going to work and mesh well with his teammates? And at first, it did. You know, Devo and him worked really great as a pair, and Ronicky got to play that kind of wild card, just flip around and wait for those opportunities, and it looked good, and we were all really excited, and they were fun to watch. I mean, I remember us talking like week 3, week 4, like they were our second favorite team to watch behind Dignitas, and then something happened. After Vitality, I think it was. No, because they bounced back against Rec. So maybe it was like week 5 or something like that. Because they didn't look that solid against Singularity. They still pulled out a win, but I don't know what it was, but it was like week 4, week 5 that it started to kind of feel that like tension almost. Maybe we're just pulling at straws, but They've definitely felt off for about 2-3 weeks minimum now.
It's rough.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys think it was more so Barcelona or TSM as to why TSM got the win? Because I mean, there's still what, 2 OTs in that series? Yeah, there's still 2 OTs.
Listen,
Oh, it's-
legendary Mets and Magnus duo finally getting back in sync, catching a Barcelona on a downtrend.
And that's why they're going to promotion relegation.
Hey, but
I mean,
they're living. They're
TSM was
living.
looking better, I guess, but they still have that same problem where they can't score. I mean, Magnus has been playing pretty well. Like he's been getting flip resets left and right.
Yeah.
It just seems like too little, too late for them. You know, like they could have been that one of those teams fighting for top 4 because they actually like are starting to look decent. But I don't know. Maybe they don't get relegated. Who knows?
I mean, hopefully they keep trending the way they are, right? Like they continue
Yeah.
to be aggressive and going for those plays to create opportunities and stuff opens up for them. Because that's what we always had is like, where's the offense for TSM? We can't see it anywhere. And it's like they start bringing it out. It's like, all right, sick. They look competitive. They're applying pressure. It's the same thing what we got out of Veloce is when Veloce plays defense the whole time. And then they move up in pressure and it's consistent. And it's like, okay, all right, this is a solid team. Like, this is what we want to see out of Veloce. So hopefully TSM continues to do that. It's just the thing that has always scared me with TSM is the offseason. Offseason always worries me with TSM.
Why?
It's because they take off too long. Like, I just feel like mentally they remove themselves from the game way too long. And I don't know if it's just because of Remco or what. Like, he's been doing it for so long or something. But TSM has always been this team that during the offseason, I'm like, it feels like you guys are regressing.
I think this is the perfect offseason for TSM to figure something out. As long as they live, figure out if you can send Remco as a striker and Mets and Magnus as supports. Or if you need to replace someone.
I mean, it's the time they look the best, right? Is when Remco moved up to put shots away at E-League.
Yeah.
But
I think
Scrims are good.
the old 3, right, of Mets and Magnus a lot. It's not TSM's old 3, but now that it's 2/3, it's the old 3 with them too. Did a really good job of supporting a lot. And that's why I think a lot maybe didn't find as much success on other teams, is because he didn't have quite the support he did with Mets and Magnus. And I think Remco is not receiving the support as well as he could in striking.
I don't know, it's just that playstyle doesn't feel like it makes sense nowadays. Because quite honestly, when it was Mets Morgan a lot didn't really rotate back ever. He rotated half field and stayed upfield. Like Mets Mog played 2-man with a third guy that they could pass to upfield.
You say it might not work well nowadays, but we haven't seen it nowadays because Complexity at the time kicked Metsa when they didn't need to. They just got third at Worlds and they kicked Metsa anyways. I don't think we've seen like that kind of play style out of a team as good as they were.
I think it works well on LAN. Like everyone's like too scared to sort of push downfield. If you got a team that is their play style is to have someone downfield, it's pretty scary. I mean, you see it with like the Knights at DreamHack, like being willing to just go down, push downfield for a demo randomly, stuff like that. It's just, I think it could still work, and I don't know. I'd love to see it.
Do you think a lot still has the capabilities to be that striker, that feared shot on top?
That's the other thing.
Last season, I would have said yes. This season, I'm worried about Linus's break from competitive. His forced break. I don't know if that's going to do any good.
Do you guys know what he's been up to?
He started off the season streaming quite a bit. Still playing competitive. Still playing with his old Flames, his old team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really awake at the times when he'd be streaming, so I don't know if he's still doing it.
That's the difficult part, right? Is like when you have to take that time off. Like for any teams that don't qualify for RLRS or any of that kind of stuff, like staying motivated during that time it's tough. Having to be on the outside looking in. Some people get motivated by it. Some people grind really hard because they know they, after the time's up, they can. But now even more so with COVID and man, I just don't know. I mean, we obviously have that bias because we know those guys so well and we've seen them compete for so long that we want to hold on to, that resistance to change boomer mentality, I guess. But I don't know. It's just he's got such a big personality too.
Yeah, Linus would be a good content grab for the team.
Yeah.
But TSM could definitely use a striker if that's how they want to play. Either
Stuff to consider, man.
put Rumco up. Yeah, it's stuff that I guess it'll unfold as the offseason progresses.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to speculate now what would happen, especially we won't even know if they're going to stay in the RLCS. But at least TSM are on the uptick from that season, or from that series with Barca.
How do you guys feel about the surprise in the next one? Rec Dig, upset to Rec. We had 3-0 on this one. We said we were going to be confident. We're going to be like, you know what? Heck this giving up one game stuff. We believe. And then they lose. So we'll take credit for that caster curse, I guess.
I think it's like a
Two
play
teams-
style thing because I remember when Yukio did the interview, he said that Rec's like a tougher team than Veloce. And Rec wasn't having as great of a season as Veloce, obviously. But I feel like it's just like play styles, they match well against each other. And it was just super back and forth.
Yeah.
Really could have gone either way.
I know Panda's always giving respect to Rec, too.
Yeah. They look good, man, compared to their previous series.
Are you
I think it
thinking?
was.
Are you thinking, Lawler, that because of that respect, that Rick kind of took advantage of like actual respect in field, or are you just saying?
No,
verbally he had
Panda
respect?
Panda has always talked about reciprocity when he plays them as a team that's like, they may not be looking, but like when it comes daytime, they'll play. They're competitive. And I think, like Chrome said, it is definitely a play style thing. I think Rex play style matches really well against Dig.
Mm-hmm.
They still aren't afraid of pressure, but they'll hunker down on defense. So those passes, you got to get through a lot to break it. So plus you got Shawset on defense. Like the boy will save whatever he has to sometimes.
The 2 games Dig won, they scored 5 goals in both of them.
Yeah.
Even like game 4, 5-1, and then the Rec just clearly parked the bus, and it's just a 1-0 last game. Like, it's still, I think Rec have to be on to win like that. They have to be saving everything.
As much as we want to harp on defensive play styles and stuff, they are frustrating to play against.
Yeah.
It's annoying, man. Next one though, this one got Mouse Arju MVP, I think. The amount of clutch goals this boy had during the series, my god.
Yeah, that solo play at Game 5. Ooh, that was clean.
Yeah.
And he was feeling it, man. He's going for a lot of mechanical shots, like going for air dribbles, then even for a flip reset a few times.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing really well. And Barcelona, man, I don't know. I've lost all hope with them.
Dude, it was so crazy though, because it's like, okay, game 1, Arju's getting his feet wet. Like this is the one that means everything. 1-0 OT, we get the win. Let's go. 6-0 the next game. Like,
Yeah.
Barcelona just went in, and it's like, okay, how is this series gonna go? Another OT, like, and then 1 goal differential after that. Like, what? It was a good series. I had fun watching that one.
Poor Barca. It's not. I don't know. They don't seem like the team perhaps we thought of at the start of the season when they beat Veloce and started strong. Beat Rec as well, but
They had a chance to get top 2, and then they ended up getting 6. So I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Okay, what if Barca got demotivated from no Worlds?
I doubt it.
Because we're not talking about any of the mental states, because we don't know the EU guys as well, obviously, because we don't talk to the EU guys as much as we do the NA guys. But we don't really know what's going on inside the minds of the EU guys. At least I don't. Maybe you guys
A
have
lot of
some
them,
insight.
a lot of them stay pretty quiet too, which doesn't help. The only time you see it is like international. You could probably get a little bit of those vibes for Barcelona, possibly. Like since international, and someone said it in chat, I forget who, but like ever since international, you kind of saw this like teetering of balance go into the negative side, and that's when they started to hit that slump. Maybe that's coupled. I know Flakes or Ronicky was sick, and then I know the season started with Flakes being sick too. Like I don't. Yeah, I just don't know the exact details. I mean, even still, like you look at Rec and Dig, like all those guys are super professional across the board.
Yeah.
So
My point about Barca at this point is let's see them through regionals this weekend,
Mhm.
and then give them some time in the off season. If they make a change, they make a change. Like this season was entirely short lived. Like even though this season was 3 weeks longer than any other season in pure length, it seems like it went by pretty fast.
God, we're gonna have to do a whole show about roster speculation, man.
I feel like each week we're gonna have a little segment about what we think's happening, and then as things get announced,
Yeah.
we'll talk about them too. Maybe we'll
It's
have.
just it's such a domino effect, man.
Yeah, because like right, if Barca make a change, like I have no idea what they do.
Oh God, right?
They make a change, they pick up someone,
Scrubs on the
fine.
market too.
scrubs
Yep.
on the market. Vitality
Yeah,
doesn't
just-
make a change. Imagine Dig kicks someone. Imagine Reciprocity kicks someone. Imagine Mouse wants
Dude.
someone to pick up instead of Arju.
Let's not even get started. Oh, God.
That's why. That's why.
It's every season, bro.
Yeah, it's. I hate
I
how
will
it's every
say-
season. I hate how it's
We'll
every
say
season.
Chet brought it up. Two things. Number one, we didn't even mention the Cookser pinch for Mouse against Endpoint. That clutch, like 2 seconds left.
I have a
That
clue.
was hype. Second thing, Arju, I think we talked about it. I want him to come in and say, like, this is my opportunity. Like, I haven't played an RLRS yet. I'm a sub. I cherish for this moment. I want to come in and make a name for myself. He did that. I hope that boy has earned some tryouts. Whether Mouse decides to keep him or he gets tryouts for other teams, like, great for showing. That's super impressive. It's a big deal.
Undefeated.
Yep. Undefeated, bunch of clutch goals, looking confident in high pressure. Like,
I mean, in half a week, man, and then he looks that good with that team. That's crazy to me. That's just wild to me. I don't know. You're playing in RLCS, the highest level of competition, and you can come out and perform like that.
Yep.
They might not be the best RLCS teams that he played against, but still, he performed. And he's
man,
never
wins are
played
wins,
at
man.
that level, you know? That's the craziest thing.
wins are wins, man. All right, last one on the list. Vitality Veloce. Went the distance. Last game of the regular season.
Oh, that series is awful. Don't remind me.
Started off, for those that didn't watch, I'm going to read some of the score lines. Game 1, 9-3 for Vitality. Fairy Peak scored 8 goals on 8 shots and had 1,500 plus points in that series, or in that game. He set a lot of records. The last time we had that many goals was Cookster in Season 1, Quarter 2 with 7. Back when Flipside was just better than everybody else. So for Fairy to do that is unreal. Game 2. So this is after Vitality wins 9-3. Veloce wins 7-1 and Brazil's them.
Bruh.
What the hell? And then game 3, 1-0. Like, game 4, OT, 2-1 Veloce. Game 5, Vitality decided that they were going to keep fighting for who got the playmaker, the person who gets all the assists. K-Dop and Alpha were, I think, tied for playmaker, so they kept passing. Like, K-Dop would pass to Fair, and Fairy would, like, botch the shot, and, like, K-Dop was getting mad at him about it.
I mean, they didn't care about winning, right? They'd already locked top 2.
Oh, they were messing with Veloce.
Maybe that's the unlocked Vitality we were expecting when we heard Alpha was going to Vitality.
Dude, it was scary. Some of those games.
If they just
Weren't they just stat padding that whole
Oh
series?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Trying to get the playmaker.
Yeah. Like when game 3 hit, it was just them on offense not taking shots because the other person was the one who was going to get the assist. It was
yeah, it's just kind of dumb, but whatever.
yeah, K-Dot purposely missing. Yeah.
Here,
if you have
I'll-
that clip from chat.
Yeah, I'll pull up the clip real quick.
This was from game 4. It's tied 1-1. Ball drops down right from yeah, it hits the top corner, drops straight down, and K-Dop just goes, nah.
Open net there. After
Wait, I did not see that
middle.
clip. That's funny.
There's no alpha.
He literally just parks it. He's like, I'm
Still
good.
a chance for Vitality to take this in regulation.
Because Alpha would have had the
goal
assist.
line.
Oh.
An open net there.
Watch it.
After Kato
Oh,
passes it into the middle.
Yeah.
There's no alpha.
It was going
in
on
that
all
shot.
series, too.
Still a
Now
chance
I want to
for
hear the
Vitality
cons
to
of
take this in
English
regulation.
subtitles.
It's on the goal line. Oh, it's
By just like
open.
screaming at each
Net there.
other.
This in regulation.
Oh
Just
my
pause it right there.
God.
Anybody that misses it or is too quick, I'll just pause it right there so you can see it.
It's so
You're
free.
kidding. The ball is literally just in front of the net, and if he touches it, it goes in pretty much. It's like so close.
Alpha
to the
has
goal
a
line.
sick carry to get past one. Top corner, plays it straight down. K-Dop's dribbling underneath it. And K-Dop's like, break. He just lets it hit the ground. Like, just has to jump and tap it to the left. That's all he has to do. And that game 4 then goes into OT and they lose 11 seconds in. Like,
I mean, it's crazy too. Like Veloce were playing something or playing for something. Like if they won 3-1, they were top 4. But they're just getting messed around with the whole time.
And real quick, while I'm watching clips, I'm just going to show the Cookser pinch.
yeah. Yeah, it was pretty. Super clutch, too. Make me want to watch it again.
Bang.
Just follows it over perfectly. He's like, oh, I got
Oh,
bang.
See it coming, and he pulls off
I'll watch
the
it on replay.
pitch.
2 seconds
That's
left.
so
The
clutch.
man who there, like literally.
Oh, I wish there was some way for like the audio and listeners to watch these.
God.
that's sick with like 2 seconds left as well.
He's so clutch sometimes, man.
Wow. What a season of league play.
Yeah, man. It's all over the place. I think the craziest thing is
Yeah.
Vitality, man. Back at the top. Everybody was like, why would you kick Scrub after 2 grand finals? And they look good.
I mean,
I like how that week went like 3-2, 2-3, 3-2, 2-3, 3-2. That's clean.
Yeah. Just back and forth.
yeah, we also
Freaking
predicted,
Monaco. God damn it.
we predicted almost all these series to go 3-1 in whoever's favor, but they all went 3-2 except for one.
What was the only one? We got TSM wrong. We got Dig wrong.
Oh, I closed the. Wait.
Yeah. We got TSM. We had Barcelona over TSM. We had Dig over Reciprocity. The rest I think we were good on.
Yeah.
Yep,
Accurate.
4-2.
Did we go full accurate
Do I
on
get to do my own cocky? Do I get my PRC?
for what?
My predictions for this season across the board?
If you really want them.
75%.
The show's probably up there too. We're probably
Yeah.
at like 75, 80%.
Yeah, I'm like 74.44% or something.
And here's
like that.
NA. How did we do for NA?
NA?
Rugby Flight, GSP Sonics, SGB, United Energy, Lost of Ghost. Okay, so we got everything right except for Energy Ghost. So 5 for 6 on NA. I feel like most weeks we either went 5 and 6 or 4 for 6, which is
pretty good.
66 and
Yeah,
82%.
what is
roughly.
Because
82%.
from when I started doing them, because I tracked them from every week, and like did the math on it and everything, we were pretty close to each other. There's a couple picks where like I may have changed it due to results afterwards because of announcements that happened in the week or whatever. And overall, I was 67 and 23, so 67 out of 90, and like most of those were because of Sonics. Assholes.
Yeah, we got those wrong a lot of times.
Yeah.
Glad we got G2 one right, Pog.
Glad I made the call with CJ to go space station over G2.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't even worried.
Knew it.
GG's Rob G. I'll say it officially. Everybody can hear it. Firm
Yeah, it was
handshakes
good
all
games.
around.
At the end of the day, we both succeeded. We both got top 2. So
At the end of
we're
the day,
both
Rob
winners.
G, I still have not stared you down on stage yet.
We probably won't ever get to.
Probably the best if you guys are the hardest teams. You know, we don't really want that.
Oh, no.
The hardest, yeah. Whoa.
Whoa. Do we want to recap league play by most surprising?
All of it?
Most surprising outcome from each of you out of NA and EU, like overall over league play.
Sonics,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely. Everyone had
Top.
10th, and they get third.
G2 and Cloud9 both bouncing back as well. So especially Cloud9.
Ooh, yeah, It's surprising how late Cloud9 bounced back.
Yeah, they went from
Yeah.
like what 8th to 5th, like
1 and
overnight.
4 to 5 and 4. So
Yeah,
like that's
Wow.
insane.
4 in a row, man.
You know, that's probably the benefit of having 8 weeks instead of just 5.
And they had the weaker teams early on. They won against hardest teams later on.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys realize that they're
That's like rogue shit, man.
Cloud9's last few weeks are the ones that brought them back to the top. If it were only 5 weeks, those are the first 5 weeks were underperforming. If we were still on a 5-week schedule, Cloud9
Maybe,
would be bottom
last-
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we
Remember-
were curious to see how that was gonna play out. We didn't know if it was gonna be better for the rival series teams promoting through because they play their hard matches in the beginning. That if they were gonna be able to trend in the right direction after kind of getting the hard ones out of the way, or if it was gonna benefit. We didn't know how it was gonna play out in this circumstance. Veterans prevail, man. Unless you're Sonics, which has veterans on it, so it's kind of like cheating. But
Do you remember at the start of the season when we asked if Cloud9 are going to get top 4, and it was like 50-50? It was actually pretty close in the end. I said they'd get 4th,
They were close.
and I was like, oh, they suck. And then all of a sudden, they've gone from 1 and 4 to 5 and 4. And
maybe we'll do that. Maybe for like after the season's over, like the first one back is we'll do like a reflecting on like the things we said in the first week. We'll pull up the VOD and like go back and scrub the VOD for like the stupid shit we said and see how accurate we were. That'd be kind of fun.
Another ghost underwhelming result after
Again,
being hyped
yeah.
up. Missed
Hey,
one of
man.
the biggest transfers before the
Well,
season started.
they're usually always their 4th, 5th, right? So maybe now that they're in the rogue spot, they can clutch less because we've seen them do some miraculous things.
Justice for
Maybe
Aeon.
maybe we get that Astro run like they have sometimes.
They're only good on Mondays. Pog. Just kidding. Sorry.
Coming from the back-to-back Astro tournament winner. Yeah.
Last time we played Ghost on a Monday, they won. Actually, 2 times. The 2 times we played
I
Ghost on a
sw-
Monday, they won.
I swear if they didn't troll and like scrimming and all that, they'd probably be like a top 2 team. Like they're that talented. Like it's crazy.
So a lot of talent on the team.
Yeah.
What about you? Any like crazy surprise stuff?
From NA?
Monaco, I mean, being 10th caught me off guard. We got what we wanted out of Mouse, but not in the way we thought we would. I guess I don't know.
I feel like EU played out to like what we expected, except for Monaco. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, week to week, it was interesting being kind of disappointed with EU. But looking at the standings now, we were kind of bang on with our predictions, except for like maybe swapping
Monaco I'd
Sinclair
put
to
higher.
DSM.
That's about it.
if anything, we were jumping the gun on like how teams are going to perform.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
like Veloce is performing, Barcelona's performing, and then the second half of the season came around, then they started, faltering, and then they fell into place where we expected them in our preseason placings.
Yeah. I mean, also look. I mean, Veloce, Barca are the same record. It's a 1-game differential, right? So
I'm pretty sure our top 6 predictions from before the season started was exactly this. Maybe dig higher.
Then we had Mouse in the top 2, maybe.
we wanted Mouse in the top 2.
I don't think we gave it to him, but I think we did want it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we had Rec and Barca possibly fighting. Yeah, I think we had Rec, Barca, and Veloce fighting for 4.
Didn't we have like TSM auto demoted or something?
I think we had
him
Endpoint.
towards the bottom.
I think we had endpoint
Endpoint? Okay.
auto relegating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we were spot on with EU. NA, it was a lot of.
NA
way
Sonics
off.
threw us for a loop.
You know,
Cloud9 threw us for a loop. Knights
Energy
threw us
getting
for a loop.
4th. Yeah.
Energy threw us for a loop.
crazy stuff, boys.
Now we got to regionals.
Yeah, regionals next week. Do you guys want to change gears real quick before we get to regionals, or do you guys want to just crush regionals? Because we can talk about international. Astro, we kind of hit on here and there.
Let's just go through regionals.
I'm down.
Because
Yeah, real
like
quick.
looking at it, it's so easy. It's literally just 7 series, like 6 series. Bing bang boom.
Yep.
You know.
So at the beginning of this, I asked you guys if you could pick. Obviously, Rob, do you remember what you said?
said Cloud9. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. He was supposed to think of it himself.
You
Yeah.
said Sonics.
Yep.
So with that in mind,
Mm-hmm.
we'll start with the lowers. Cloud9 Ghost. Based upon what we're seeing, this could be a really fun series.
I think it'll be 4-2 Cloud9.
I agree with that because Cloud9 does well against teams like this, playstyle wise.
I hard disagree. Clean sweep from Cloud9.
Ooh, okay. I can't count out Ghost, man. They're good. They can win the whole thing. Like,
So I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't change who wins, but I think Cloud9 is gonna dominate.
To remind, the last time they played, 2-1, 3-2, 3-2 OT. Cloud9 sweep.
and that's the thing too. They're not playing for a land, so Ghost is definitely going to perform better because usually, like when they're playing for something, Lucian will choke. He did it last season. That's why I feel like they can honestly win a series, but I still like Cloud9 over because they're trending in the right way.
Yep.
They look a lot better.
I think this playstyle also benefits Cloud9. Like Chrome said this as well
Yeah.
when they played each other. That was week 7. That was like right after they beat Energy. We're like, are we gonna get it again? No one's sure. And then they sweep 3 series in a row. They went 9-0.
They're good, man. They found out how to play.
3-0 Energy, 3-0 Ghost, and then 3-0 PK.
Yeah.
Obviously, close series. Like, don't forget that the game differential against Ghost, 1 game differential or 1 goal differential in each game. Same thing with PK. But like we said, wins are wins, man.
Cloud9 in regionals, I can't go against him.
I got him 4-2. I'd agree with you on Chrome.
Siege, any thoughts?
Doesn't the team from that upper bracket, the winners, or like the first matchup, they always like then lose again? Or did that get disproven last season?
No, that happened last season too because E United came from 5th-6. E United went here to here to here. So the team that's lost this one and gone down always loses.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're coming on a downer while the other team's
Oh,
coming
yeah,
on.
isn't Sonics versus Energy first?
Yeah, this is
did Cloud9?
first.
Yeah, I just said lowers because
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll be first because then they get that in between.
Yeah.
Which is scary because the team that is playing up has a warm up game, like going straight in back to back. Well, the reason why they do that is because the team that loses wants some time off. They get a series to kind of recoup.
Oh wait, unless
Yeah,
I
I can-
Let me click these buttons. No, yeah, that's right.
I can just see Sonics dropping out, unless like again the NRG motivation factor, like if the wheels really fall off right now. Obviously, you know, the Astro tournament yesterday, but that was only an Astro, but they were pretty tilted. So I'm not sure if there's like we got 4th, what do we do, or if they actually want to win.
Yeah,
From here?
that's the
So-
weirdest part because like if there was a LAN online, I would say Energy would 4-0 this instantly because something's online, Sonics won't perform.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cloud9 and Ghost. I feel like Cloud9 would win that.
I
But, like,
think
there's
it's
nothing
kind of a
online.
revenge
That's why
match,
it's
man.
hard to really predict. Yeah, I feel like everything's up in the air because all they're playing for is money, right?
Yeah. It's also a revenge match for Energy. Beginning of the season. This was their very first match, week 1, 3-2.
Yeah.
Like, Sonics is it's kind of the one that got away. They beat you guys, and then they got smacked by G2, obviously. But
Am I locking into 4-2 by the way?
Yeah.
I think so. Cloud9 goes 4-2. I think it's pretty fair. Unless you just got other thoughts.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
I still think they're gonna do better than that, but I'll align.
I mean, like, if Ghosts play well, as I said, they can beat anyone. How they beat NIG, and then NIG didn't play that well. I still think Ghost is still one of the best teams in NA when they're playing well.
The ceiling's so
But-
high, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Cloud9 are on that spiral. They've won the last 4, so happy to go them. Fill it in, baby.
I did.
Sonic's Energy.
If Sonics play their game, not their scrim game, but their competition game. Because I've seen the difference. Then Sonics will make it close. I don't think they'll win outright, but they'll make it close. Anything less and energy blows it out.
I don't know. Energy in best of sevens is always scary. I think it'll be.
Sonics should get at least one game. If they're playing their game, they'll get 3. So honestly, I would compromise in 4-2 for energy.
Energy's like in a really major slump right now too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a normal slump where it's like, oh, they're bad for 1 week. They're really been doing bad for like multiple weeks now. But it's still energy though.
Energy
Depends on it depends on how they feel about it, you know? Like, hey, we lost to Ghost in a close one. People are, considering us lesser, blah blah blah. They use that motivation, then we get to see Energy of the Old and they come out and just smack everybody. Or like, I don't know. I don't know what their mindset is right now.
Yeah, I have energy here 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
I think of them after watching how you guys played against them, Jahzo.
Sonics?
Yeah. I think Energy is like, why aren't we doing this? I would say 4-2 though.
That's what I have.
I think 4-2 safer, yeah. I don't think this rarely goes to a game 7, this first match
No.
of regionals. I haven't really seen an epic game of this, so
I could see Cloud9 Ghost going to 7. Like if it's that nail biter, but I feel both these first 2 series are gonna be like either blowouts or like 1-goal games. Like they'll be alright, we're waking up. But the longer series go, I always have faith in Energy. Like best of 7s or Energy's like they'll make it the distance. They find a way. Even if they're losing.
This match has been a sweep. Both times it's happened. I believe. If I'm remembering correctly.
No, because
guess...
PK and Ghost went to game 7, and then a Lawler match went to game 7.
Also taking consideration not playing for land spot anymore.
Oh yeah, PK 4-3 Ghost in that match last season. Apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, Ghost looked like a land team, but then they choked.
Yeah. Again, not playing to qualify for land. I think that changes mentalities.
Exactly. That's why it throws my predictions off.
Yeah. As much as I hate to like think about it, it's the hard reality. It's what these guys are playing and competing for in that match. Always has been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Energy wins.
I feel like Sonic still has something to prove, so they're gonna want to win it. So they're probably gonna get super nervous. Yeah, that's why I have Energy over.
Yeah. We haven't seen either of these teams in a best of 7 yet for RLCS, but I always will give the nod to Energy in those situations. I've seen what they do towards the tail end of every series so far. Even if it is Justin having the dumbest respawn of his life to score on you guys. Like I saw what happened in that game 5, and it's just like if that was going to continue, like good luck stopping it.
Cloud9 Sonics. Who won this game in season? Cloud9?
Cloud9.
Reverse sweep.
Yep, 3-2 versus sweep. That was week 7.
Right.
1-0, 3-0 for Sonics, and then 2-0, 2-1, 2-1. Last 2 were OTs.
With
T9 all day.
That was a fire burner in game 5.
The burner.
Yeah, but Torment and Gimmick had to get them there to game 5 anyway. Like, they battled.
I mean, I can't really go against Cloud9 because every single time the loser of the first match loses the third as well.
Yeah, I have Cloud9 here as well.
Same.
Cloud9.
I think it's going to be a big
4-1 or 4-0.
4-1, it sounds good, yeah.
Yeah.
Any complaints with that, CJ?
I think C9's going to win.
There you go. How bad? Like,
4-1.
Good man. Not even paying attention. He says the same thing. It's our guy.
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
staring at him on stream. He's looking at his phone. He's probably texting his new girl. Actually,
What do you
don't
do?
quote
What do
me
you mean?
that. I have no
With a
idea.
face like that,
I'm
Caesar's
a-
got at least
I'm a-
2 girls. Come on.
So, I'm a busy man at the moment.
He
I'm sorry.
might be texting his parents, make sure they're not getting the COVIDs.
Making sure they're not getting too canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
That
go.
That's nice.
Nice.
Nice one.
I've been practicing
Finally
for
caught
that, just so you guys know.
Nice, man.
After Lawler outdid me,
Man, 2 back-to-back. I don't know if you can do that.
I probably
Although
I'm not
that
even trying.
that first looks pretty solid. There's a little squiggly there, but
It's okay. He gets the job done.
yeah. It's the little things in life, chat.
Oh, let me fill it in for you.
G2 energy. We want to start with that one?
That's the ugliest 9 ever.
That's why I'm agreed.
Oh boy.
That's ugly too. That looks like a cane.
G2 energy. Ooh.
Here, I'll do it right here for you. Ready? This is what's gonna happen.
I like G2 here.
Really?
Yeah.
This is what's gonna happen right here.
What?
What do you mean what?
This is pure NC.
This is the last game of the season for one of these teams.
So
Like, this is the last time we see them for how long?
yeah, we got the whole rest of the year to not see them. Pog.
I don't know if that's what motivates or if it's enough to them not care or like teams have never been in this situation before. Normally this means land's locked up. We chilling now. We just get to usually teams that just they either trying to win the whole thing or they just don't give a shit.
Listen, Chicago is trying to pay for a new computer for at home. He needs the extra money. He wants the extra money. There you go. That's his motivation.
Winning this will pay for it, that's for sure.
For context, the bump from third, fourth to first, second is from 43K as a team to like. Actually, I don't remember. I was about to pull the
I'll
number
check.
out
Don't
of
worry
my
about it. I got it.
ass.
It's
So, something.
if you're it's more than that. It goes up $24,000, just shy, 23.5.
So it goes to 67.
Goes to 66 and 4. It's 42.9 to 66.4.
There you go. So another 8K per player before any
Yeah.
cuts or taxes, just by winning one series for either SSG or G2.
Sign me up, man.
Or
It's
if
a
you're NRG and you made
pretty
this far.
pretty beefy computer for Chicago.
Yeah.
I think G2 are more motivated than NRG in this situation.
Chicago wanting computers more than energy wanting another title.
I just think G2 just want to do well in general from
Yeah.
last season, and NRG are like, everyone will still think we're good. We're the reigning champions. They're still going to be the reigning world champions,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
I think we see G2 SSG in the grands.
Yeah, baby, the coaches.
I think we get that rematch.
Another rematch. The
I
amount
hope
of
so.
times G2 has played SSG this year is equivalent to the number of times G2 played energy last year, which is like a lot. Will you be giving a motivational speech before this match? You know it.
You know, baby.
Even if you lose, they're going to be hype AF going into their loss.
What are we doing then? I want to go 4-2 G2.
4-3 G2.
I like the 4-2 G2.
And what do
I'll
I put?
concede.
Okay, there you go.
I'll concede. It's, I mean, 2-1. So
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm happy with that. And I think that Space Station is going to be a Game 7 bonanza against Cloud9. Space Station 4-3.
That's a scale we match up.
Space Station 4-0.
Ooh.
I could see Space Station 4-1.
What's the difference here? What do we split? Are we trying to convince? Because
Cla-
we just gave 3 varying answers.
Cloud9 have played 2 series. They're very good on a roll. But I think Space Station's just a better team, so that'll give them the edge. But I still think Cloud9 are going to come in hot. And it's Space Station's first game of the day, so I can't see them sweeping.
CNC, G2, and SSG would have warmed up before that match. Pog.
Yeah, we'll be warm. We're experimenting twice. And then gaming.
I mean, I have faith that even though it's not RLCS games warm up, it's just scrims. Space Station's not going to be a slouch coming into that. They'll be ready to go. He has also play a play style that is out the gate very dangerous, and that may put a damper on this really high endorphin Cloud9 just vibing. Stylistically, I think Space Station does a really good job against Cloud9, and has shown as one of the best teams to adapt. So I think it'll be close in the game 2-3, but then after that, Space Station runs away with it. So at most, I see Cloud9 getting 2.
Same. I think it's more likely they get only 1. But
yeah. I said 4-1, but
I'm feeling a sweep. But
I say 4-1 or 4-2.
4-2.
Yes, sir.
It's such a tough matchup. Like last season, Energy had to play United, and then United won 2 straight.
Yeah.
And then Energy came back. You're like at such a big deficit if you play one of the 5th, 6th teams. Or even the 3rd, 4th teams because they just have 2 series under their belt already.
Yeah.
Even if they're theoretically the worst team. In Rock League, it doesn't mean anything. Because momentum is really huge.
It's about playing on that day, man.
Yeah.
For all you know, you guys could be playing a really hot Ghost. Like,
yeah, and we might get blown out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, we could be playing Sonics and sweeping. Honestly, for standings sake, never mind. It wouldn't have made sense. I was gonna say Sonics should be Energy here, and then Energy like comes over here, and then that doesn't make any sense. So never mind.
That's what I want to happen, actually. Sonics beats Energy. Energy Cloud9 play each other.
For a land spot, technically.
Yeah. That'd be fucking crazy.
Jesus.
That's chaos. Just wait. God, how hype would it be if these were the 4 teams that we got to see go to land in Dallas?
I mean, these are the 4 teams I would have wanted.
Same.
It's the 4
I
teams
think
we all
this happens,
predicted.
and then XRLCS, you're going to hear Lee talk about the big threes back, and then yada yada.
No, Big Three's dead.
They're gonna bring back the big 3 storyline,
Listen,
and then they're gonna
I'm
talk
gonna-
about it
Someone on
for
Twitter,
another 20 weeks.
someone on Twitter reminded me of something I said early in the year on the show, and I said the big 3, as the big 3, is no longer a thing, but the big 3 that we know them as are still up there in skill. Maybe not all taking the top 3 places. I think out of all the seasons to change it from the big 3 to the top 4 in like official nomenclature, I think SSG is the first team to actually change it up.
Consistently, too.
Mm-hmm.
Not easy to do, man.
Yeah, but if you sent these 4 teams, especially if Cloud9's still on the uptick,
Ooh.
it's probably the most stacked NA representation you've ever seen.
Yep. Because those teams will perform well at land, too. But that's just speculation. It doesn't matter. So, G2
True.
Space Station, we get a rematch. Let's go.
Space Station.
Carl, I'm staring
Wins
into your
again.
webcam right now while they're talking about our series. Just so you know.
Chrome's too good for you. He doesn't even need to look at you.
I mean, he could be looking at me on his screen. You don't know. You don't know where I'm positioned on his computer.
See, he's not even listening. He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a shit.
You know, he might as well be playing Path of Exile on their screen, to be honest.
All right, it's gonna be 4-3, just because that's what we want.
Space Station again. Back him in again. They haven't failed me yet.
Space Station, man. Sorry, Jahzo, but they're good, bro. They're really good.
I wouldn't mind my third regionals championships.
Yeah, I want my second. Bitch.
Wait, you don't have your second yet?
No, we only have one from season 5.
Damn, I got
Spectrum.
You got Spectrum.
He got Spectrum. That's what he got.
It's actually Jahzo DDoSing him all this time.
I don't know if he could hear us. That was funny.
I got 2 of energy. No, I couldn't hear you guys, but
No, it was funny. The Spectrum, like your thing, you said I got, and then I said Spectrum because your camera froze. It was great.
Yeah.
Just for
So welcome
context.
back.
Welcome back.
Pure C denied by Spectrum.
This Pure C moment denied to you by Spectrum. What a sponsor.
oh
Not a
god.
sponsor.
Dude, I got my reps coming out tomorrow, Chrome.
Your what?
My Spectrum rep
Oh.
coming out to hopefully fix my shit. Probably won't.
They won't fix it. They'll just charge you money for sending them out there. Then it'll be back to the same problem a week later.
Nah, they don't charge me for that. Feels good. Yeah. No. You're doing it wrong, Jahzo.
Am I?
Yep.
G2 beat them twice in 7-game series in Astros. G2 is taking his 4-2.
Shut up, man.
No, I just find it funny when people talk about Astro. It's like,
Listen, if Ritos were on a Monday, we'd beat him. Just kidding.
Astro, where I can't even coach my own team, and they don't even take it seriously. So it's like,
Oh, I didn't even bother.
take that with a grain of salt. On
Nice.
top of yesterday, where literally every team that was on stream had like 140 ping. That was cool.
Yeah, that was great. Seeing
I don't know if it was.
every player except AXB at 130, 140 ping.
Yeah, I don't know if it
AXB
was
just
Sonic
saw-
servers or what the heck was going on. That was ridiculous. I don't know if it was because if they were streaming or whatnot, but then
No,
you guys
that
were
would
lagging
make
as well,
sense.
so I don't know what the heck was going on.
Because we didn't feel like we were lagging. We just felt like we had high ping. Like, if we were feeling lag based on someone streaming, which we wouldn't have because we're on fiber.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, it was definitely a server thing. Because, like, 5 of you had 120 ping exactly. And then, like, 1 of like, XP didn't. Servers are screwed. Fix them, Sonics. You have a lot of time now up your sleeve.
Listen, I'll be with you. Yesterday's Astro, I didn't even expect to make it past 3 rounds. I wanted to go back to my computer and play Path of Exile.
Oh, we ran into the AJ one to Mike com team, and it was just like the ultimate sweat fest.
Dude, we were hoping you'd beat them,
Oh
so
my
we didn't have to play
God.
that. Dude, imagine having to play
Jesus.
one to Mike Com and AJ.
They literally just like flew at us the whole time. It was just the most random playstyle I've ever seen. It's like playing ranked.
Dude, I will give the G2 fan base some credit. That blind faith, dude, the fandom that they come with is just no intellect at all. Just straight
Are
like
you dissing
they're
my
gonna win.
fans?
Yes.
You just called my fans 0 IQ.
Yeah.
They are 0 IQ.
You're 0.
They're like,
Never mind.
I don't care if we have reasons to not believe in us. We're gonna win, even though we have no results to prove it. Like, no matter what, like, not saying that it's correlating to how you guys are playing this season, but like, it is blind faith, and it's kind of respectable.
It's called
like,
fandom. It's like
And then the
Browns.
more than
worst-
fandom, dude.
It's like Browns fans.
It's like
Then the
cult
worst is when
almost,
they
man.
lose. They just like completely trash on the players on G2. It's
That's
hilarious.
the worst part
Yeah.
about the G2
Yeah.
fan base is how much they trash their teams.
Oh, we're
Chat-
fans. We're allowed to say
Chat,
this.
why does chat take everything out of context? I said no results to prove it, even though that doesn't correlate to what's happening recently. And then they're like, no results to prove it? What do you mean? Like, that's that 0 IQ I'm talking about, man.
Well, okay, see, the results are season 8. We proved the opposite. There you go. All of our fans can shut up because we were absolutely.
Jahzo's one of them,
dog
man.
Whoa. Wait, one of what? 0 IQ?
How does Kobe Bryant say they've won the last 2 Astros, but in between those 2 Astros, Space Station beat G2?
3-1.
Hey, it's just
3-1.
Honestly, okay, if you were to actually take SSG and G2's results into account, like
Here we
from
go.
RCS or whatever, no, we're like decently even right now. We're 2-2 in actual competitive matches. Whether or not the matches that people cared about, whether or not they were on a Monday or a Saturday, we're 2-2 right now. I don't care.
You can't count Astros. You can't. It's like,
I'm saying
taking
if you were to, I know you really can't.
Players are streaming. Coaches can't
you
coach.
wanna know.
Everybody's at
You're
120
down
ping.
0-1.
Astros matter. They're the most.
You're 0-1, Jahzo.
0-1.
Our-
There you go. We're gonna meet up and make it 1-1.
They're either going to be
Saturday.
1-1 or 0-2.
That blind faith, man. That's what you want.
Jahzo's
You
going
need-
for his second regionals. I'm going for my fourth.
Fourth.
My
When did
third,
it
my
go
third.
from 3 to 4?
My third. Sorry.
Doofus.
He's that confident. He's like, yep, I already got this one locked
And the
up.
next.
I'm going for my eighth. No big deal.
Honestly, I only care about rooting regionals if I get a title too. Which you do.
Well, I'm the sub, so I'd get a title if they do.
Yeah,
get
we
a
got
title.
legendary Moses.
Sub.
Moses knows
Oh,
how to
shit,
win
I
regionals.
totally forgot about that. That might skew my picks.
Moses knows how to win regionals.
Moses.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, you decide. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, we got that one too.
Knock this
man.
out quick.
We always knock out you quick. We'll try to give it its time of day.
Can I line it up? Ooh. Let me see if
Let
do
him
we have
go.
to change anything?
You just leave it. It's fine.
Is it? Wait, hold on.
Yep, Space Station wins you too. Let's go.
Yeah, let me,
That's how he gets his fourth baby.
Yes.
He wins does this?
We win. NA. Hop on our private jet to over EU, and we take out Vitality.
Honestly, this
Nice,
kind of
dude.
works. Just look at it. Just take it in. It
We're-
works. It works.
All right. Wreck
Am I ready
Mouse.
to
We got Mouse winning. Going to play
swing
Dig.
through?
Dig beats Mouse. Okay. Veloce over Barca. Yep. Veloce then
Over wreck.
play Wreck and win. Okay.
Maybe not 4-1, but
I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised to see nothing but game sevens this whole regionals.
Vitality bops Veloce. Giving them 2 games is generous.
Yeah.
Vitality beats Dig. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm happy that. Let's move on to OCE.
I'm down, honestly.
Yeah, we're gonna try to give them their time of day. All right, we're done. Next.
Man, this NA bias.
No.
I'm just gonna write the club code. I don't
It's predictable, boys. It's predictable. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if everything goes game 7 though. It's gonna be a long day for the broadcast team.
I'm gonna erase all of the losing scores, and we can redo that.
Yeah.
Just give him some.
While we're doing this, CJ, hit up OC info.
You want me to do a rundown of OCE right now?
Yeah, I mean he's typing and
Okay.
writing stuff in. Might as well. Efficiency.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the favorite segment of the show. I know all the hardcore CJ show fans love this segment.
you
It
can
is
mute
the
for about
OCE.
5 minutes if you guys would like. It's
I think we would
It
want to
is-
know is what happened to the watch party for E EU.
It is the OCE recap.
Shut up, man.
Kicking it off in game on 1, Esper 3-0'd Canberra Havoc. Esper, really good game from Dan. Then game 2, Cringe Society 3-0'd Renegades. Boo, boo. All 1-goal games. We suck. Moving on to Fury. They 3-0'd Mind Freak. Fury's playing well. Mind Freak with their first loss of the season. Ooh, what are they going to do? Can they come back? Will they make finals? Woo! And then in game 4, Ground Zero absolutely smashed over. They scored 7 goals and then 6 goals and then 5 goals.
Jesus.
So they were all 3. It was actually rigged because it was 0-3, 0-3, 0-3, 0-3 as you look at it in the fixture. So it was rigged going into it. And that means that Ground Zero are now in the number 1 spot. Mind Freak, Cringe, Fury, Esper, Renegades. We're down in 6th right now. We need to come back big to make finals. Hope to make top 4. But next week, we have Cringe versus Mind Freak. That'll be a great game. Cringe, obviously, coming off a hot win off Renegades. I think they can take it. Fury, Canberra Havoc. Fury's looking really good. Esper versus Overt. That might be close. And Ground Zero versus Renegades. We have to win this to make top 4. So that's your game of the week. Tune in for that. Yeah.
All right, I've made some adjustments to the game scores but I think overall it's pretty good.
This first game we got Wreck Mouse 4-2. That's with Arju as well.
Do you think
Playstyle
Mouse is gonna
wise,
win that?
do you think Mouse gets that over Wreck?
I think Rec wins that. 4-1.
Wreck has been. I mean, Wreck was regional champs last season too. They also looked a lot better. So
It's not the same.
I don't know. I think Wreck has a lot to prove.
Honestly, yeah, I can swap these.
I could see Wreck winning that.
Thoughts, CJ?
Surely Rec win. I know Arju's came in, but new team. I think Rec wins. I think it's gonna be 4-3 to Rec because Rec always keep it close. They always just do enough to Rec. They get the lead, they hold it. They love these little 1-goal games. So Rec 4-3 for me. I think there could be a few blowouts towards Mouse, but I think that Rec will lock it down, get the dub.
4-3.
Yeah.
I don't think Mouse win more than 2.
I'd say 4-2.
Nah, yeah, not with Arju. I don't think with Arju they win 3 against a Rec. This Rec. Thoughts, Chromium?
For Rec,
How much
Dig?
did they win by? No,
Wreck Mouse.
4-1.
I'm splitting it.
For 2 Wreck, they'll go to play Dig. Before we get to that, we got Veloce Barcelona. Veloce, I think, takes this one pretty easily.
4-1?
4-1, probably, is what I would say.
Yeah, easy done. There's no way Barca wins that unless Veloce throw on purpose for skins.
Barca did beat him in Game 5, Week 1, though.
Yeah,
That probably doesn't mean anything
That
because
was
Week one,
a
Barca.
different. That was a different game.
both teams look
Yeah.
bad then. They both look bad now. So who knows? Honestly, throw up a Game 7 while you're at it.
Make sure to sleep in. They'll probably play best of 7. You can
Make
still
sure
wake
to
up at,
sleep in. Yeah,
You can wake up at noon and still be good to go.
Listen, at this point, my season will be completely over, and I'm playing Path Hardcore. 14 hours a day, you'll never see
Can we
me.
do that? Can we just leave the stream up and then underneath it we're all playing Path?
Yeah.
We'll do a watch party. We're all like sneezing.
I won't have been I won't have slept. I'll be awake forever.
I got some blighted to run. Let's go.
All right. What about Mouse Veloce, though? Same deal here as on Rack.
Veloce
Miles
won.
Veloce should win that, right?
Yeah, Veloce should.
Ooh. I'm about to fall asleep with you already.
Come on, bro.
Just thinking about it, man. He's getting to him. Brutal,
There's
man.
still some significance to this regionals, right? It's Vitality has to prove that the French move was right? In official
Well,
bracket play.
I think they
not
already
season.
proved.
Yeah.
But they have to prove it in bracket play. And best of sevens, nonetheless.
True. But every time we watch them play, as soon as it hits like game 3, it's like, all right, here they are. It's happening. Game 4 solidifies it. Game 5 if they absolutely have to. But these last couple weeks from Vitality have looked really good.
I mean, if you compare it to the league play with Scrub, they're almost getting relegated, or almost in that spot to get relegated by 1 goal, and then they got to regionals and got second. So
True.
And if you compare it to this one, they look super dominant of Alpha after the first 2 weeks. Like, I don't know. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a success so far.
Yeah, they like transitioned. Like at the beginning, it was like Alpha's not even on the field. Okay, Alpha's the least performing on the team. Alpha's good. Now what? Like they look really solid. Even when they're toying with their food for assist accolades.
Yeah.
Are we good with the result for Mouse Veloce, by the way, before we start talking about Vitality too much?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
4-2. 4-2. I'd give Veloce that. Yeah. Dig Rec.
Dig has to win, right?
Game 7.
Game 7?
Yeah.
Yep.
Against this
Game
Rec?
7. Yep. Dig Rec playstyle, man. We saw it again. Rec just won, man.
I think Rec wins this.
I think Dig will take it at 7.
I think Dig has to win.
I think
Dig lost
4-3.
to Endpoint in the best of 7.
I think 4-3 dig.
Siege.
4-3.
For who?
Don't look at chat.
For
Look
who?
at me, CJ.
Look at me.
Don't look,
Look at
don't
me.
look at chat. Look at me.
Wreck. Wreck.
He's just reading chat. He's a cheater.
Hey, so this is like the
Thanks,
third.
chat.
This is the third offense. What were you doing? You gotta expose it.
I've got some. I'm sorry. I
No matter what it
can't-
was, you have to. Okay,
Nah, I
DM
can't.
it.
It's,
DM
it's
it.
personal stuff.
Okay.
Get off
Personal,
Slither,
personal.
CJ.
He's playing Slither. He found a way to move it to his phone.
Nah.
I wonder he's so
Nah,
good.
I've got some shears going on at the moment.
All right.
Hopefully it's nothing too bad, bud.
Hopefully.
So we got Wreck, we got Dig, we got Wreck from Rob.
Yeah, I got wreck game 7.
Do we just go to chat then? Chat. 1 for Wreck, 2 for Dig. Go.
Give it up. Wait, what was the order? 1 for who?
1 Wreck, 2 Dig. That's a lot of Dig. Dig it is.
Wait, 2 is dig?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of dig. It's mostly dig. I see like 7 ones and the rest are 2s. All right. Vitality Veloce.
4-0 Vitality.
4-0.
Or 4-1 if we're being nice. Yeah, 4-1.
That's gonna be nice. A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, 4. Veloce maybe gets a game, like game 1 or 2, but after that it's just Vitality, man. Veloce's going to be warmed up, so... Yeah, Veloce's going to be warmed up. They've got 2 series under them, so maybe like they go game 1 and then Vitality's like, okay, time to play. I could see 4-1 Vitality.
Rob, what were you just saying?
I said 4 Vitality. I mean, if we go 4-1.
Siege?
CJ, you agree?
Dig Vitality.
4-1. I'm happy.
Okay.
I think Vitality's just gonna go all the way through and just smack everyone.
Last game. Dig Vitality. Any arguments as to why Vitality loses?
No.
No.
They look good. They're trolling and they're still winning.
Is it 4-2 or 4-3? What do you guys think?
4-2.
I go 4-2.
I go 4-3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see wreck here, honestly.
I could see that too. And if it is Wreck, I think it's going to be even more of a win for Vitality.
Oh yeah, if it's wreck here, it's a sweep. If it's dig, it's 4-2 or better or more, like 4-2 or 4-3.
Siege, what do you got?
Probably 4-2. I don't think it's gonna go to game 7.
All right.
Do I?
I think it's gonna be 4-2 Vitality.
So
Do we want to put like a little asterisk next to that if it's Wreck, or Vitality still wins?
Vitality still wins.
I think Vitality, yeah.
That's fair.
They're the best
They're
team right
peaky.
now.
For sure. Sick.
I used to say Dig was best team, but you know, losing to Wreck. That's rough.
bro. They're looking good.
Yeah.
You savage. You savage, Jahzo.
what? This is my. You asked for an asterisk.
And then everybody's like, nah, it doesn't matter. Vitality still wins. So you give them a sweep. Attaboy. Alrighty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I like it.
Who wins, Vitality or Space Station?
Vitality.
Space Asian. Can't doubt the Arsenal, man. You can't doubt them. The AXB.
Vitality.
If it's a LAN, I would say Vitality has the edge.
Yeah. I'd say Vitality on land.
Online, who knows, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Vitality. It's weird because I think, as you said, NA's top 4 is stronger. But
Top
I think
two. Man.
I don't
These
think
people-
EU is strong.
Yeah.
But that's a hot take. My hot take of this season is EU is not as good as N8, and we won't find that out because there's no lands.
Dude, I think SRG should get a wild card. That'd be sick.
Imagine.
And I think, yeah, people are saying in chat, L11's the new pickup by Gareth for South America.
Oh, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, King Card. And the
King
boys.
Card.
King Card. So they did win. King Card,
Yep.
Coyote G won. Winners.
Game
Game
7
7
OT.
bracket reset, right?
Yep,
Game
Oh,
7
was it bracket reset?
OT, I think, yeah.
Big
Yeah,
King
been good.
Card.
would have been a really good event.
Yeah.
But,
Who'd they lose to?
I don't know.
Avidity. Who
It
is
was
that?
Renin, Firefox, and Habercamper.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Overall,
Oh, no bracket reset, it's just Game 7 OT. Okay.
yeah. Overall, this season of league play and regionals, I guess, for those regions that have played it, like Sam, so far, has actually been pretty entertaining. Like, it's been a solid season. Do you guys resonate that?
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the flaws obviously going on. Not as exciting as last season, I guess.
Well, last season I'm kind of biased because we weren't really a part of last season. You know what I mean?
Aha. I mean, like league play wise, I feel like it's more exciting. You didn't know what to get, honestly, with like predictions.
I get that like the mood and everything fell off after the announcement of Worlds, but like purely looking at it in a competitive standpoint, like look at what all we saw. Saw Vitality dominating with a full French squad. You saw Dig going from almost relegating last season to being top 2. You saw SSG taking over NA. G2, Cloud9 both bouncing back, maybe at different times. You saw one of the most touted, or some of the most hype roster moves not ending up how we thought they would. Looking at Ghost, looking at Scrub, looking at Flakes. Missed on Ghost, rather. Looking at AJ on Knights. Some crazy roster moves that didn't really always live up to what we expected of them. We saw Dapper and Sathu, 2 legends of RLCS, coming back, making a name for themselves in NA. Like there's some crazy outcomes that happened this season that are just kind of muted because of the lack of Worlds.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by how solid this season was, especially for NA and the EU. King Card winning Sam. OC is still panning out, but it's a little spicy down there.
A little whack.
A little whack.
I know it's a bit of a nothing season, and as we said, some teams will play better because there's no pressure to make worlds, and other teams will be less motivated because there's no worlds, and other teams will play the same.
Yeah, OC is kind of underhanded because of how late you guys started. Because you guys only had like a week or two before LAN was announced dead, or you guys started even after Worlds was dead. And that's your whole reason for your league play, right? You guys don't have a big money incentive. You guys have other.
Yeah, we got a little bit more money, but not heaps. It's like if we made Worlds and came last at Worlds or something, or it's less than that. So it's a lot less than NA and EU. We get 50 cents instead of 30. Exactly.
Alrighty, boys. That kind of wraps up all the stuff when it comes to regionals and our last week of the season this weekend. But before we get into the Q&A to end it up, I'm going to be a little selfish on this one. This weekend, I'm doing a charity event. Obviously, we've got watch parties and stuff going on. I'm sure you guys will be tuning in for CJ and stuff as well. But if you guys are going to be around and you guys want to join the crew, usually we get together on Saturdays and Sundays to hang out. But I will be doing a Gamers for Giving or Gamers Outreach charity event where you raise money for kids who are dealing with treatment in hospitals that need something to take their mind off of it. They make go-karts, and those go-karts then are brought into the hospital rooms to give these guys kind of a chance to remove themselves from what they're dealing with. So I'll be raising money for that this weekend. If you guys are willing to tune in and support in any capacity. It's so. With that
Awesome.
said, we're gonna be moving towards live Q&A. We're gonna go for about 15 minutes here. I know CJ, you gotta get
Yeah,
going.
I'm
You
gonna
got some family
bounce.
stuff
I'm gonna
going.
bounce now.
So we appreciate you coming, hanging out. If you want to
Thank you.
say your love, your goodbyes, and then the real boys can talk.
Thank you, Aaron, for hanging out again. I'm gonna be bouncing now. And I'll see you guys next week for the show. All the viewing parties. I'm sure the boys will be there for the EU regionals, unless everyone's playing Path and we don't see anyone. But I'll definitely be doing a viewing party. So see you guys there. Enjoy the rest of the show. Goodbye. I'll leave my
Bye,
camera on so it
CJ.
doesn't stuff
Yeah.
up anything.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Bye.
Alrighty, chat. With that said, shout out to CJ. Make sure you guys tune in and come hang out this weekend. And if you guys have questions, feel free to tag me in the post. Chrome is dealing with his players already. Good to see that coming
He's off
ahead.
his meds. He's off his meds. He's fine.
Wait.
Hey man, at least they're coming to support you. That's love right there, man.
Sipper goes in here too.
Yeah. I'm done babysitting them for the night.
Yeah.
Babysitting them.
Yeah, isn't it past their bedtime? Aren't you supposed to?
Tonight.
Weren't you supposed to like tuck them in or something?
Yeah, he did have Chick-fil-A for one day. And he's
Freaking out.
slumping. He's saying always eats Chick-fil-A every night.
What is it sound I'm hearing?
Oh, my bad. I'm like,
I was trying to figure out what it was. I heard like I don't know. I don't know what it was.
All right.
Yo, you guys
we're
wanna
gonna
get
lead
a
off this one. We're gonna lead this one off to not Jahzo because he can't answer his own team. So Chrome, G2 hadn't had such defensive mistakes. Do you see them having a better record?
I mean, like Jahzo says, they're playing the way they want to play, so they're happy with the way they're losing. I mean, yeah, of course, you can say that of any team, really. If you fix your defensive mistakes and you play a good offense, you should theoretically win, right? So, yeah, I would say defense is a big flaw with them.
Yeah, it coincides with consistency. Less mistakes make the better off you are. So, yeah, theoretically, they could have gotten a couple more wins. Do you see Ghost making a change if they don't do good this weekend? How do you guys feel?
I think they make a change anyways.
Yeah.
I think teams in the bottom 50% all make changes, including Ghost. Yes.
I'd agree to that. I don't know if all of them, but majority, for sure.
I'll list them for you in case you forgot. Ghost, Knights, Rogue, United, and Flight.
Flight may not even be a team. Who knows?
I will say a lot of those teams are very immature, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a roster change.
Yeah, I could see a roster change pretty easily. Is AJ good enough for a top 4 NA team? He has some of the highest peaks, but is ungodly inconsistent.
No.
Mechanically, yes. Everything else, no.
I think there's a lot of factors that go into what makes him successful. But so far, I haven't seen those pieces fall into place for him. Mechanics are there, but I do agree with the inconsistency. When are you guys getting PJ on from South America so you can call it the CJ, and PJ show with Lawler?
That'd be great.
I already hate it. But it'd be interesting to talk to him. Maybe we can bring on Chimako too, and he can translate if he needs to. Subs have done well this season when called upon. Is the idea of using subs not effective for teams potentially false confirmation bias from when the pool of top players was smaller? I personally believe you can kind of correlate it to like when non-standard maps were in. 9 out of your 10 matches you're playing on the standard map, and then there's one match you're playing with non-standard. Why are you practicing with this player when you could spend that extra time practicing on the majority of time you're going to be successful with? Same thing applies to the roster. So it's good that it worked out, and it's good to have that backup as a worst case scenario, but should you rely on it or should it be a focus? I don't think so.
Long-term answer, in 10 years, my hard prediction, you can clip it and ship it, teams will have at least 5 starting players in a 3v3 setup. You can clip it and ship it.
I think you'll have 6 in the future
Or
if things
6.
trend.
At least 5.
Because-
I'll say at least 5.
I say 6 because then you have a B team that you can scrim against at all times. Because that's what League of Legends does.
B team.
Well, hopefully
Like I said,
Sonic
a lot of
steers
teams.
Rocket League in the right direction, and we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, League of Legends has academy teams per se, but
'Cause-
it's
If we keep having no events, then there's not going to be an esport to have.
Bro, it's Corona's fault.
is it?
I mean,
Well, we're about to have Olympics, so we're going to boost our esport even though we didn't like it.
but it wasn't going to,
It's not going to be...
help team environment, esport as a whole. With
Yeah,
professionals.
but it'd be good for, like, viewers and for, like... You know, if we had... This is why online events are going to be so important right now for people that are just discovering that esports exist. All the people that can't watch soccer or football right now, like football from NA, American football, or soccer, they're going to have Rocket League to look to. And if we had a Intel Open, which isn't really possible, because I think teams aren't going to want to send their players to Europe from NA or wherever, but it would have done great things for the layman watching, which I think it would blow up Rocket League more than we think it might.
Could do a lot of things, especially with the COVID situation right now. I talked about it in a video last week, I think, about how Sonic should be pushing their partnership with whoever they can, NBC, ESPN, whoever it is, and get Rocket League on TV. That should be their major focus right now, in my opinion, is finding a way to, while everything else is gone, show that there is other options out there, especially esports. And Rocket League is a perfect example. I think they'll have the easiest job selling that game compared to anything else. If this isn't a big enough reason to push it, I don't know what is. So, Jahzo, does G2 plan to upload more comms, or will it only be Sonics?
Oh yeah, I have the entire seasons recorded. There's a lot of content in pipeline, so
Sweet.
it's coming.
What do you think will be the biggest roster move this offseason? Speculative. If you had to pick one.
You want to do one NA, one E?
Sure. Scrub goes somewhere. Who knows what
Yeah.
that'll do?
Oh, can I say this? Scrub goes nowhere.
It's a hot take. Sure. Scrub goes full-time content instead.
Scrub goes Twitch esports instead of RLCS. NA.
Gyro goes somewhere.
Riddles goes somewhere.
What was the question?
Something happens to PK.
What?
Yeah,
What
they
was,
just die.
what was the exact question again?
Major roster change. Hot take.
Hot take. So not most likely, but just like what would be the hot take?
Just or like, what's the major roster change? What's one big roster change that you could see happening? Me and Chrome both say something about PK.
As much as I love the man, Kronovi going caster or coach. Kronovi the mountain, not a part of.
If he wants an analyst position, I'm sure he has it. Without question. What do you think of having cash prizes for every win in league play? That way teams they do.
That's how it works. If you look in the rules, teams only get prize money for events that are series they show up to during league play.
Yeah.
They don't get any
you
more
get
for
paid per
winning.
match. Yeah.
But maybe he's meaning extra incentive for winning versus losing, because you get guaranteed money for showing up. But what about
What if you get paid more?
what if you combined the? So what
I
was
mean,
it?
you do, just not indirectly. You get paid more for going to regionals, going to LAN.
Yeah.
You're incentivized by more prizes at LAN. And if that's not enough incentive for you, then I don't know what is.
I feel like you should get, if anything, you should get a bonus for getting player of the day, maybe.
Yeah. I think like weekly accolade for MVP
If,
Yeah.
or something could be kind of cool.
if that had monetary behind it, you can't let the casters do it solely.
I think they need to get rid of Savior of the season
Yep.
Yeah.
because it's a shit accolade, and then bring it to Player of the Week or Player of the Day. I think that works better.
Well, Savior's only one for the whole season, and then you have to give out 9.
One for
Epic
9
money,
week.
man.
Yeah, no, but they should add a third accolade, like like highest shooting accuracy.
Shooting percentage I would like, but like deadly striker or something like that. Or
You can't do anything like demos or anything, because then people just chase demos.
no, it's got to be offensive mentality. I don't know. Something that they should discuss for sure. The announcement of the Olympics being postponed, do you feel Sonic should host some type of online events? Yes. They should do that with or without postpone. Like,
Yeah.
there should just be more across the board. If C9 pull off a miracle regionals win, will you become a C9 fan? Are we not C9 fans?
I'm already a C9 fan.
We're already C9 fans.
I don't want to lose to C9
I don't have to lose Cloud9 until the finals.
finals. Yeah.
So I'm safe.
Yeah.
Last time I saw the Cloud9 in regionals, we got swept. They're a very good team.
You think Sonics get to hold on to Shock, or does he get poached?
No
think
way
they
that
stay
team
the
makes a
same.
change. No way that team makes a change.
No, I think that team's happy with what they have right now.
The only way that team makes a change is if a big ball at work comes, buys out all 3 players so they can split them up.
It's not happening.
It's not happening, though.
No, that team's got some damn good funding. And I think they're very happy with their situation, rightfully so. Does First Killer end up on Ghost next season? This is all just roster stuff, you guys.
It's fine. We can get into actual speculation. I mean,
First Killer end up on Ghost next season. Ghost finish off the move they wanted and also get missed. I mean,
they got rid of First within a week of picking them up, so who knows what the hell's going on with.
well, that's because they
who
only make
want.
one change. What if Atomic wants to grab that team by its neck, get rid of Illusion, and bring on First Killer for the 3 kids, the 3 kindergartners?
that team's going to need some good support system.
They don't really have that.
Nope. And it shows. Do you guys think C9 will make a change, even with their performance?
No, they stay the same.
Fuck.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Based on what we heard of last season, there's a very decent chance that Cloud9 still tries to replace Tor.
You guys see Scrub landing with next year? Is he an attractive addition for a team like Singularity? We can speculate on where Scrub goes all the time. I think he potentially goes to Dignitas, potentially goes to Rec, potentially, I think teams will consider it for sure. Across the board. Like, Scrub is a good player, so.
Can I interject on that? Answer a question I see right now, like that ties to that question you just asked.
Yeah.
My hot take was Scrub to Twitch Esports. My secondary hot take, which includes Scrub, would be Scrub to Cloud9 instead of Tor. Because Strangest just asked next inter-regional roster move, it would be Scrub to Cloud9.
Someone to consider, man.
I think if they actually considered it and they wanted to replace Tor, I think Scrub might be a good option. They're similar.
Is there a way that COVID calms down and we get a Season 9 line later this year? No. COVID is supposed to, from what people are saying, go for the next 6 to 8 months. It's going to calm down for a little bit for a couple weeks, and then it's going to hit again for a second time harder. So
Corona is
supposed to, yeah.
how
After like our 1 or 2 months, it's supposed to like balance out, but then it's supposed to come back.
Is that because everyone's getting tested finally, and we'll get real numbers? Or are you saying numbers will bounce back, or that the actual virus will bounce?
The virus itself, I don't think we can just completely negate. I forget the exact what I was reading about it, but apparently it's supposed to go 6 to 8 weeks, and it's going to simmer down for a little bit because people are going to get tested and start to trend. But then the actual exposure to it is hits, and then we get what the seriousness of it is. I forget the exact details of it. I was reading it pretty late in the morning, but it's supposed to go 6 to 8 weeks or 6 to 8 months. So hold on to your pants, guys. It's going to get crazy.
I'll just self-quarantine for a year.
Pretty much, man. But no, I don't think, based upon what is being shut down and what things are happening, I don't think it's possible for Psyonix to coordinate finding a new land location and everything else in the time that I just don't foresee it happening, guys. Like, it's a shitty situation, but I just don't think so. Does Psyonix create a quick tournament from NA or U to fill the gap on TV? I don't think Psyonix creates that tournament. I think those production companies present an idea and Sonic says yes or no, if they choose to. I think Sonic is playing like safe and just trying to make sure what they have is figured out now, and then they'll focus on future efforts. So Who knows what comes from it? Hopefully there is organizations and stuff that are going to Psionics and being like, hey, we want to do this thing. And they say yes, because there's nothing else going on. Fruity was talking about how it's really bad luck for Scrub living mid-season due to contract, calling it selfish. I would be surprised if no team wanted him to do this. Thoughts? I agree. I think it's a really bad look on Scrub. It's really unprofessional. You signed the contract, you fulfilled that contract. I don't care if you disagree with it. If you had a problem with it, just don't sign it. If it was really that big of a deal. Like you went, dude. You went 7 weeks on that shit. Why is it so bad now?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to say anything on it from my side because I don't know the in and outs of how Scrub is feeling about it and how.
I don't know. I don't know what the contract details were. I'm sure there was some stuff in there that if he's willing to say no to it, like there's got to be something on there that's really bugging him. But
maybe
blanket statement. If you're not happy with a legal binding contract, don't sign it.
It could be the case where he thought he could handle whatever clauses that he didn't have that he had an issue with, but over time he found that he actually had a big issue, or that he couldn't handle it.
Things were rushed no matter what, right? Like short off season, they announced late, like even after deadline, like we still didn't know. And like I don't know the details of the contract. I don't know what was put on it, but still, you don't sign shit unless you're comfortable, no matter what. Like, I don't care if it means you're going to have to sit out. Like, you have all the power in that situation. Like, they're going to bring in their sub then instead. Like, they're clearly wanting you on their team. So, you miss out on the first couple of weeks. Like, I don't know, man. And it's not like he couldn't play under them if he didn't. If they really wanted him, he just doesn't sign the salary and then he plays without. I don't know. There's just... Things were rushed and it fell apart. So, Scrub leaving despite signing is kind of sketch to me. I think it could be a problem. I think orgs are going to be a little bit more hesitant. I also think Scrub is going to be a little bit more forward thinking about the next contract he signs too if he does. So, what is preventing esports like Rocket League from becoming mainstream? Why isn't Sonics going nuts getting RLCS everywhere now that there are no other sports? You guys can answer this one.
Do I want to?
I'm not going to.
Let's just skip.
Sorry.
Yoshi, TLDR, we don't know. Thoughts on Crow going to PK in place of AJ?
No.
I think it's more the same issue. Bringing back Community Man of the Year award. I like that, Strangest.
Same.
Something to promote charity, etc. Huge fan of that. It's a great idea. No more money for goals or saves, just spread it weekly MVPs. Yeah, but that accolade's only $1,000 and it wouldn't spread well over 9 weeks, guys. They'd have to increase it if they're going to do it for like player of the day, and they have to do that for both regions too. So, I believe Sonic should have left the season in the dust and put all the extra money into above season 10. Thoughts? Highly disagree. Because then what's the point of the season at all? Now we're without Rocket League for however many months. It just feels like a waste of time for everybody. At least there's a money incentive. If there's no money incentive, what is there? Even though it still feels kind of lessened. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but like, you can still buff season 10. Like, I hope they still put this money in, and then season 10 they make it a huge event, like a week long. Like, I don't know.
I just wish there was a land somehow, somewhere possible. I don't know. It sucks.
I wish Corona would disappear.
Yeah, we all do, man. How do you guys feel about the addition of Jake as a coach to SNG? Will it make enough of a difference? Top 4, 6 roster change in my opinion? No.
Back post rotations, baby.
I have watched Jake's replay analysis on stream and his videos, and I do not feel comfortable with him as a coach, personally.
I mean, if they're finding success from, good for them.
Yeah, everything's different.
History shows he coached TSM and they went downhill. So I mean, that's not because of him, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I didn't agree with one of his videos with the whole back plus rotation thing.
He's released a couple more, and they're even the concept of what he's trying to do does well, but the examples and stuff that he's using when he's explaining it do not help his case in any situation.
I mean, if Singularity's finding success with it, I mean,
Singularity wouldn't bring him on if they didn't feel comfortable with him.
yeah,
That's all that
exactly.
matters. As long as
And
players are
having
happy.
success recently, so
Singularity has been using them for 4 weeks,
since March 1st, yeah.
and they've
So
been on the uptick, so something is working. It could be that he's reevaluated how he should be used as a coach, because I know a lot of value I bring as a coach is outside point of view, and not necessarily like actual performance. Like there's
Someone asked about PSG. I think they mean rec, and then we answered it. Never mind. We're in the last couple of questions, guys. So I'm just trying to crush these because we're over time as always. Any chance he signs with Miles under a new contract? Probably not.
no. That bridge is
No,
burned.
no scrub questions, please, not anymore.
Yeah.
Dying.
We don't know shit about the scrub scenario, so your questions most likely we can't even answer, or you should just, I don't know, like there's no way Mouse even signed them again, but yeah.
Pittsburgh flights and the Astro actually didn't look too. It's Astro. Do you think Memra and Gyro could team up in the future?
Possibly.
Potential.
I don't think they do. For all the roster stuff that we're gonna have to endure the next few weeks, I'm glad that my team is not a bottom 50% team in NA right now.
Rightfully so. All right, 2 last questions. Number 1, will personality and traditional sports elements like interviews during cast, face cams, hearing some comms help usher Rocket League into a larger audience? All those things would be phenomenal. They just need to be done. Anytime you get the audience to connect and resonate with the fans, with the players they're watching. Right now, when I watch Rocket League, I see a car on the field with a decal that I have to associate to a player. To me, that is not a personality. That is not a recognizable face. That is not someone that I can feel connected to. And when an interview happens, it's for like a couple minutes, and that's it. It's not enough. That's why LAN is such a big deal.
They need more content. I've always said it.
Yeah.
More
Across the board.
interviews, more B-roll stuff, just filler stuff instead of like 5-minute waiting screen or whatever.
If you go watch LAN and you see all those B-roll pieces they do of like Scrub and Justin interviewing each other and like things like that, they need throughout the entire season.
That shit would be solved if we had LAN League play, and we always circle back to the same conversations about what Sonic should be doing better. And it's always mad depressing. I'm resonating with John.
We're gonna blanket this statement. We're gonna blanket this statement because we didn't answer the question for a reason. More of everything, yes, just more, all of it, across the board, start to finish, in every capacity, just more.
More Rocket League, more, yes. More question mark? Yes. Period.
Could y'all ever do like marbles on stream at the end of every CJ? No.
No.
Could they adopt the all-star approach to have an all-star tournament during the down period with like 2 5-player squads playing against each other? No, because it excludes too many people. You want to be inclusive as many people as possible. E-League was great because they took the 8 best teams in the world based upon LAN placement, and that was like a way to kind of do that mentality, and then you don't have to deal with the awkwardness of you're not playing with teams that aren't your own. You still get to practice. You still get good major on the line. Like, you want to find a way to make sure that these players are doing what they're practicing for each season. And that's why DreamHacks were so appreciated. That's why E-League was so appreciated. Like, you don't want to segregate what the players are working for season in and season out. So, last one. Any big changes that you guys see in Rocket League? I like it mostly stays the same, but it seems like most esports are constantly evolving.
Rocket League dies.
Oh God.
Please stop.
He asked for big exchange. Someone asked why we're so grouchy. It's because COVID is ruining our esports right now. We just lost LAN. You can't expect the top two seeds from league play to be excited after their placements because there's nothing to look forward to anymore. It's regionals, and that's it, right? We're losing Olympics, and there's nothing to replace them with. We've been wanting Olympics to disappear. There's no other lanes to replace them with. Like, that's lack of motivation. There's nothing, right? You're saying, like, we're grouchy. You're asking about all these questions about roster moves, and right now roster moves aren't even going to mean anything because the next time you're going to see our esports being played right now as we know it is like in August. That's 4 or 5 months of off season, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Take the typical off season that you guys are used to, not the short one that we got, and double it. That's how long we're waiting, with nothing on the docket. Like, online tournaments and stuff are great, but for people at the top level, for the guys that, you know, are pros and where the community, like, for these guys are, not just like in chat or vice versa, not to discredit it, like, you guys are a big part of this community, but at the highest level, LANs and live events and majors and stuff is what these guys live for. And when there's nothing at all for anything, that's not just Rocket League, but across the board, it's a downer, man. Like, there's no good way to say it. It sucks. So
it's not us being grouchy, it's Corona killing the vibe, man.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, it's not even that. The more difficult thing is that we don't know what's next. There's that unknowingness. We don't know what intentions or plans are or what's around the corner. We don't have anything currently to even look forward to because we just don't know what it is. I'm doing what I can behind the scenes, stuff that I can't talk to you guys about, to hopefully bring some stuff. But it's still not hanging with the guys at a LAN, seeing your buddies, and competing at the highest level. So
There you go.
it sucks. There's no good way to say it, guys. And it sucks that we keep wrapping back to this, but people just want more.
To counteract all the negativity, I'm going to propose that CJ show in the off season incorporate some fun streams, maybe some in-house tunes, maybe some board games, maybe some drunk streams.
We doing some boomer mode again on OC?
Boomer mode OC.
Oh, no, not
So,
OC thing.
Those of you that are watching the stream, watching the VOD, listening on Spotify, make sure, one, you follow on the platforms that you can. So Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, YouTube. Hit us up in the DMs. Hit us up on Twitter. Just mention us. Give us some suggestions of things we could be doing because we're going to be out of Rocket League esports to talk about. So we need other things to do. Do we bring on 8 people in Discord, do some Mafia in Discord? I don't know how that'll go. Should we play some board games? Should we do some drunk boomer mode, changing all of the servers? Should we do some crowd-funded
Yo, we should host
matches?
Mafia, like not in Rocket League Mafia, but like Mafia.
That's what I meant.
I thought you meant like in game, like Sunless Con style. I
No,
was like, what?
I'm talking about like Mafia from BTS just in Discord.
Yeah.
Should we host some crowd-funded show matches, like Johnny Boy, except we do for NA, or something, I don't know, or something. Hit us up with some suggestions. Take this time. Think of some fun things we could do. Hit us up. We're looking to make sure that you guys are actually enjoying your time when Corona is messing everything up. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of a bummer right now, but we're doing our best.
With that said, positive vibes. Unfortunately, CJ had to leave early, so make sure you guys give him crap for it, but actually don't, because I think he's got something serious happening, so be nice to him. That's going to wrap it, though, for our 10th episode of 2020. It's good stuff. A lot of things to cover. Regionals, obviously, this weekend. Hopefully we see you guys in chat, supporting whether it be during the watch party or otherwise. Again, like I said, a charity event for me this weekend. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to me or the CJ show. I'm sure we'll all be in the same talks, unless we're all playing Path and AFK. But, yeah, crazy stuff. Stinks to end on kind of a sad-faced note, but it's the reality. You know, we're all going to have to get through it together, so anything you guys can do to give us the suggestions, hit us up on social medias, drop comments down on the YouTube VODs that Jahzo's been crushing through and uploading nice and timely. But socials are in the chat. CJ show on every platform. Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, you name it. as well as here on Twitch. And if you guys haven't already, hit the follow button on the top right, turn on notifications to make sure you guys know when we go live. But that's gonna do it for us. Episode 10, wrapping it up. Last words, you guys.
Don't forget about iTunes. We're on iTunes now. First ever week on iTunes. Let's go, baby.
Ooh.
iTunes, and someone said in chat, even though this is the last week for RLCS for NAU, OC's still going on for a couple weeks. Go cheer on CJ.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Help CJ
Bring
rally
that love.
back.
We might have to do. Me and Jahzo might have to do the dual coaching to bring that team up to par.
Yo, Chrome, we could do some watch parties for OC now that our season's done.
Ooh, oh yeah, let's go. I'm down.
Should be good. Should be good. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Hit us up on Twitter. Any questions, concerns? We're out of here.
Later, guys.
Peace, guys.